Uncle Chester and Aunt Edna had just boarded TWA Flight 509, non-stop service to Miami, for a couple days of relaxation in the South. The stewardess approached with the beverage cart.
Can I get you both something to drink? Maybe some of our delicious private blend of TWA coffee? Or juice, perhaps?
Oh, my, yes. Juice sounds lovely.
Fine, then. And you, sir? How about some of our fresh coffee?
Oh no, I can't touch this stuff. Makes my colitis flare up something awful.
Oh, well, there must be something I can get for you.
Well, I'd like some TWA tea.
Right away.
Sure.
Okay, I'm still catching up. They arrived in Miami and checked right into the hotel. But before heading out for dinner, Aunt Edna needed some time to freshen up from the long flight. You know, put some more blue in her hair, iron her breasts out, wring out her Depends.
Shut up.
So Uncle Chester decided to take a brisk walk around the block. Well, no sooner had he reached his first street corner than he was approached by a stunning 6-foot-tall beauty with jet black hair, fishnet stockings, and halter top.
Bother.
She popped her gum loudly as she spoke. And then she brazenly saddled right up next to Uncle Chester and said,
Hiya, hot stuff. I'm Twatsky LaRue. How's it hanging?
Chester, flattered by the attention from Twatsky LaRue, sucked in his gut, puffed out his chest, then retrieving his dentures from the street curb, he popped them back in and said with a wink,
I tell you, I'm footloose tonight.
Yeah. Well, it looks like there's a lot more than that could be tightening. Say, why don't you and I check into a motel over there? And I'll show you a good time, eh? Whoop, daddy! Whoop, daddy!
Hey, girlie, you got yourself a deal.
and Chester grabbed her arm and started to head for the hotel when she dug her spike heels into the ground and barked. And then she said,
Hey, whoa! Hang on there, Moses. What'd you think? I work for free? It's $2.50 up front.
Oh, Chester was embarrassed, at first thinking she was attracted to him for his manliness. But he showed no sign of humiliation as he fumbled in his pocket for the hooker's fee.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, darling. Here you go. That's $1, $2, $2.25, and here's another quarter. There you go, $2.50. Let's go, honey pie.
$2.50? You senile old coot.
Hey,
It's $250. Duh.
$250? Ha! Hey, where I come from, we never pay. Hey, you got me so frustrated. I never pay more than $10.
Well, welcome to Miami, Florida, sugar. And the going rate is $250. Now either pay up or quit wasting my time. I'm a busy girl, and I've got... Hey, wait a minute. Isn't that Charlie Sheen over there? Yo, Charlie! Whoop, that is! Whoa, that is!
Twatsky LaRue left Uncle Chester standing alone, embarrassed, clutching only his rubber coin pouch and his partially engorged member. Ashamed of his naivete, he slunk back to the hotel to get Edna and head out for dinner. Well, soon they arrived at Chez Pork, and the line stretched out the door and around the block.
Oh, dear, Chester. Just look at that. Oh, we'll never get in here.
You think this is my first time out on the town? Hey, darling, you just watch this.
Chester approached the smartly dressed maitre d'.
Yes, sir. May I help you?
Hey, why, yes, garçon, you may. My wife Edna and I would like a table,
Said Chester, winking as he discreetly slipped the maitre d' a crisp $1 bill.
We'd like a nice view, and we'd like it now. If you get my drift.
The maitre d' sneered at the picture of George Washington and then, taking Chester and Edna by the arm, said,
Oh, goodness me. I have just the table for you. Here. It's in a private room. Of course, yes. Follow me right through these doors here. Yes. There we go. There now, madam. Let me help you with your seat. There. Enjoy your meal, I'm sure.
Chester and Edna had a lovely dinner, and afterward decided to skip the 2-block cab ride and, kind of walk the meal off.
Oh.
But as they approached the street corner of their hotel...
Hey, Grandpa! See what you get for $10?
What does he mean by that, Chester?
I don't know.
This is not comedy.
But it was a joke. It was supposed to be funny.
Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw here on 101 KGB
FM.
San Diego.
I want you to remember that no bastard ever won a war by dying for his country. He won it by making the other poor dumb bastard die for his country.
More San Diegans wake up with Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw than any other radio show. KGB.
I cannot get there from here, baby. And I don't care where I'm going. Here's to your thin red line. Ooh, I'm stepping over. But you never miss me till I got a fat city address. Non-stop talker, what a rocker. Blue-eyed murder in a size 5 dress. Change, nothing stays the same. Unchanged. And you hit the ground running, change. Ain't nothing stays the same. Unchanged. Yeah, you hit the ground running. No, I don't ask for permission. This is my chance to fly. Maybe enough ain't enough for you, but it's my turn to try. But you never miss me till I got a fat city address. Non-stop talker, what a rocker. Blue-eyed murder in a size 5 dress. Change, nothing stays the same. Unchanged, and you hit the ground running. Change, ain't nothing stays the same. Unchanged, yeah, you hit the ground running. Change, nothing stays the same. Unchanged, yeah, you hit the ground running. Change, nothing stays the same. Unchanged, yeah, you hit the ground running. Woo-hoo! Take a look at this. Hey, man, that suit is you. Woo-wee! You'll get some leg tonight for sure. Tell us how you do. Come on, Dave, give me a break. Hey, one break coming up. Change, ain't nothing stays the same. Unchanged, yeah, you hit the ground running. Change, ain't nothing stays the same. Unchanged, yeah, you hit the ground running. Change, ain't nothing stays the same. Unchanged, yeah, you hit the ground running. Change, ain't nothing stays the same. Unchanged.
You're official. Super Bowl. Radio show. What does that mean? It doesn't mean dick.
And we'll attach ourselves to that.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it means. We have leached our names onto the Super Bowl.
Excellent.
All I can tell you that it means is that somewhere Paul Tagliabue is finding a way to make us stop saying your official Super Bowl radio show is Dave Shelley and Chainsaw. Welcome back to 2003. And I will inaugurate this year with the hardest rocking piece of music that I could find on my vacation. Stand back, ladies and gentlemen, and let Celine Dion shake you all night long. No, I'm not kidding.
Oh, no.
Yes. It's worse than you can imagine.
Oh, no.
No. It's terrible.
You didn't, make this up somewhere in your garage?
He was the fast machine. He kept his motor clean. He was the best damn man I had ever seen. He had a size telling me no lies. Knocking me out with those American pies. Talking more than he said.
How many international laws have just been broken?
Wow. Celine Dion fans should not recognize that song, and any self-respecting AC/DC fan should have left.
Wow.
And you can understand the words. What's the point?
I know. Oh, that's terrible.
She hasn't gargled nearly enough tequila to pull that.
You know, when Will Ferrell and Anna Gasteyer sang on Saturday Night Live, they rocked better than Celine Dion.
Oh.
You want to hear more?
Yeah. No. It's funny.
Good for you. You should see the video. She plays spastic air guitar in it.
There's dancing too, isn't there?
You know, she's beating herself on the chest and stuff like that.
So, David, who is her girlfriend?
That's is it Anastasia? Is the person's name? I don't know.
I don't know. I may have actually heard somebody with a less significant job than mine. The person who plays the cowbell in the AC/DC cover by
Celine.
Celine, thank you. Yeah.
This actually eclipses when Pat Boone sang, was it Motley Crue or something?
Yeah, he was like in a metal mood or something.
Yeah, he did that whole album, right?
Album, yeah.
In a metal mood. Yeah. Pat Boone sang like Girls, Girls, Girls or something like that. Or Dr. Feelgood or something.
Well, he's a player. That's it.
Yeah.
But he didn't know what it meant.
Right, exactly. Oh, it's a new flavor of Tang. They're going to space again.
All right, here's Christine on the KGB. Hello, Christine.
Good morning.
Happy New Year.
My ears are bleeding.
Yes.
Never do that again. I will die.
Celine Dion.
Oh, my God. What happened to you? What happened? I don't
Rocking your world, baby. It's a new year. It's a new KGB. Yeah. See, this is how Star pretends they're a rock station. They play this.
Girlfriend.
Yeah, we rock, baby. Who's got the bottle of wig glue? Yeah, Celine Dion.
Dave Shelley and Chainsaw will be right back.
This is the KGB.
Did you watch any football this weekend?
Not much.
No.
I kind of lost my heart after our boys lost theirs.
You know, that was a funny game. The Chargers, the final week of the NFL.
Right.
You know, all the analysts here in San Diego go, okay, Miami has to do this, and Oakland has to do this, Kansas City has to do this. No one was pointing out that San Diego actually had to win their game. No, that part.
You know, these are details that not everyone should be made to think about.
That's the last thing we thought about. Well, let me tell you something. This is for my money, the most exciting time in sports. I absolutely love it. Saturday's games absolutely stunk. And I was thinking, come on, this is what I live for. And then yesterday so made up for it. My God. Yesterday's games were so exciting. That's what playoff games are all about. The Chainsaw is here to cover it all for you now here on the KGB. Good morning.
Well, good morning and Happy New Year, and hello again, everybody in the sports world. Yes, two of the greatest playoff comebacks in NFL history occurred yesterday. The Pittsburgh Steelers, trailing Cleveland 24-7 in the second half, rallied behind comeback player of the year Tommy Maddox to totally hash the Browns 36-33, the sixth greatest comeback in NFL playoff history. Then yesterday afternoon, the San Francisco 49ers were getting clobbered by the New York Giants 38-14 in the third quarter. But thanks to a pair of touchdowns followed by 2-point conversions, how often do you see that? 8 plus 8, it was suddenly 38-30. A field goal made it 38-33. Then this.
To the near side right. Second and 10 at the 13. Garcia has Barlow in the backfield. Drops back. Looking. Throws to the end zone. Touchdown Niners! Touchdown San Francisco! And it's tie streak with 1 minute to go. And San Francisco takes the lead.
39-38, and thanks to a muffed snap, and I always like putting those two words together, on a last-second field goal attempt that would have won the game for New York, the Niners win 39-38. That was the second greatest NFL playoff comeback of all time. The number one greatest NFL playoff comeback of all time, 1993, Buffalo Bills down 35-3, rallied to beat Houston 41-38 in overtime and went on to lose their third of 4 straight Super Bowls. So what good did it do them? We are down to the final 8 in the NFL. This Saturday's games are Pittsburgh at Tennessee, Atlanta at Philadelphia, then on Sunday, San Francisco at Tampa Bay, the Jets at Oakland. In this past Saturday's games, the Jets destroyed Indianapolis 41-0. One of the greatest blowouts. In fact, the second greatest blowout in NFL playoff history, 73-0. Have to go back to 1940 when the Bears beat the Redskins for the NFL championship game. The second tied the greatest. Actually, the Giants beat the Vikings a couple of years ago, 41-0 in the same stadium. So that ties for the second greatest blowout in history.
That Packers game was so disappointing.
Only to the extent that the Packers lost. But hey, you got to hand it to Michael Vick and his Atlanta. Well, only to the extent that it was also a dull game. Vick and his Atlanta Falcons became the first team ever to beat Packers at Lambeau in a playoff game or in any game that cold.
Did you hear that, Shell?
Tell me again.
That's the first playoff game that the Packers have ever lost
at Lambeau,
Lambeau Field.
Ever.
In the history of the Packers franchise, which goes back to like 1723.
1623. It's 100 years.
It's their first playoff loss at home ever.
Wow.
And they'd never lost in a game that started out 34 degrees or below. And they lost that, too.
And it was just, it was perfect. It was snowing and everything. And where was Brett Favre?
And what about the Atlanta Falcons? Here's a team that plays indoors on turf in a dome, and they go up to frigid Lambeau and win. Imagine an indoor team going up to Lambeau and fudging the Packers. Go ahead, Ruth.
Promo curse at work here, perhaps?
Explain.
Well, did he talk about this game?
Oh, I thought you had knowledge.
No.
I'm just, brainstorming. Thinking
I'm thinking he had something to do with it. He had to. We can blame it on him.
It really does have his curse all over it.
Stink, you betcha.
But what a matchup. You're waiting for such a great game. Here is, quite possibly the passing of the torch. Brett Favre, the seasoned veteran, versus Michael Vick. And you're waiting for this just all-out shootout, and it's a blowout.
Yeah, it's very anticlimactic. And Ruth has a good point. I mean, with streaks of that magnitude, for them to be snapped like that, truly Bromo-esque. Trivia: has a team that plays its home games in a dome ever gone on to win a Super Bowl?
Yes.
Hint. Go ahead, David.
Yes.
Hint, only once, the Rams in 2000. Anybody?
The Rams in 2000?
Anybody? That's right, Ruth. Up today, girl. Out of the chute. My sports correspondent, Ruth 66. So, for the 37th consecutive Super Bowl, a home team will not host a Super Bowl game, or at least win one. I guess the Falcons hosted one back when they played the Packers, but lost. So, a home team will not have the chance to win one, as the Chargers lost their final four, 2-7 after starting 6-1, finish 8-8 out of the playoffs. Two simple little what-ifs. Just two. What if Tim Dwight had caught that pass that was right in his hands at St. Louis?
It's not this year, people.
Or the refs would have placed that ball properly by 1 inch against Kansas City.
No kidding.
Just those two little things.
Right.
The Chargers would have been 10-6 and probable, in fact, for sure, Super Bowl champions. So, I mean, seriously.
That's insane. You're stupid.
Moving along, how about them San Diego Gulls? After a horrible start, the Gulls have won 12 consecutive games and improved to 20-10. They were once 8-10, plus some ties. Hey, if you like a-holes, a giant one will fill Cox Arena tonight. Bobby Knight's 25th ranked Texas Tech team will take on the 8-3 Aztecs. Late tip-off, 9 p.m. ESPN and Extra Sports 690 will have it. Meanwhile, in the National Bell.
And the most fun band I've ever seen is AC/DC. But the best is Brian Johnson. He comes out. They can take any song. They all sound the same. It's always the same concert, but it rocks. They can take the Hokey Pokey and tear it up. They gotta come out like, put your left foot Ooh, put your left foot out. Put your left foot in. Can you shake it? Shake it. Shake it all about. Doing the hokey pokey.
Sketball Association. The Lakers are now 14-20 after beating Phoenix last night, staggering through a horrible season so far. Except for Shaq and Kobe, they're just getting old. But some good news. Shaquille O'Neal has married the mother of his two children. Just in time. His wedding band is very special to him because it'll most likely be the only ring he's getting this year. In other sports, David.
I read some frightening the sky is falling economic news from San Diego journalists this week and last week because of the, I think, distinct possibility that the Raiders will be in the Super Bowl this year.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That it's bad for the San Diego economy.
Because all the Raider fans are going to be living in their cars instead of hotels?
Yeah, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, wait a minute now. First off, I can't remember a Super Bowl where you went to Ticketmaster and bought Super Bowl tickets. It's a corporate event.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And these tickets and the hotels and all the reservations are purchased many, many months in advance, regardless of who's playing. I like to think of the Raiders being in the Super Bowl as a plus for our economy, and I'll tell you what. These fans go where the game is. Regardless of the fact that there are no tickets available, I see Raider fans coming to San Diego anyway, trying to buy tickets. I think if the Raiders go to the Super Bowl, it's better for the San Diego economy as opposed to them not going because the people are coming anyway. It doesn't matter who's in. They're coming. We're going to make plenty of money. But if the Raiders go to the Super Bowl in San Diego, a town that they are known to visit, known to make the trip to.
Especially from the old L.A. fan base.
Yeah. They're going to come to San Diego hoping that they can scalp tickets. I think it's a good thing.
Or just be in the vicinity to get a feel and taste of the action.
Once again, you are listening to Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw, your official Super Bowl radio show. What does that mean?
What does it mean?
It doesn't mean dick. You're welcome.
6:35. 15 seconds. This is your 101.5 KGB Sports Network. Live.
And the Chainsaw brought to you by the American Lung Association. Now, with traffic, here's Ruthie.
Thank you. South 5, bumper to bumper. Santa Fe down to Manchester. South 15, the usual jam up from the 78 to Via Rancho Parkway. High wind warning in effect today out in the San Diego Mountain and Passes area. Slow traffic because of a wreck north 805 past Imperial as it backed up to Plaza. Semi flipped over on its side southbound 15 as you approach the 52. If a bachelor's degree is your goal, Maricosta College will help you get where you want to go. Transfer to a university with transfer admission guarantees. Register now because classes begin soon, January 21st. Call 760-757-2121. Maricosta College. I'm Ruth 66 with Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw, 101.5 KGB.
So I'm coming back from the airport yesterday. Stop home, pick up a couple of groceries. San Diego Magazine, right there in the checkout.
Oh, yeah.
50 people to watch in 2003. You know who's in it?
I don't. I haven't seen this yet.
Anybody?
Somebody we know?
Yeah.
One of us?
Mojo freaking Nixon is one of the people, the 50 people to watch in 2003. Two things I take out of this. Number one, you're watching him for what?
Yeah.
You're watching him not to take your beer and your wife. But here's the thing. Standard KGB business practice.
Mm-hmm.
Mojo Nixon, who anchors afternoons here at the KGB, lands a coveted publicity spot here.
Sure.
Right.
This is big time.
Huge.
I mean, he's there with that lesbian Bonnie Dumanis. I'm sorry. What?
You're right.
No, she's a lesbian.
Yeah, she is.
And she is Bonnie Dumanis.
Yes.
In there, she was another person to
our new
watch,
DA.
apparently. In the
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she's in the article. I mean, here you got your district attorney, head cop,
Right.
and Mojo Nixon in the same group of people.
And you know, I'm not sure if he knows he's doing a radio show. Because I brought my parents in to see the studio when they were visiting.
What?
Well-
Lee and Darlene were here?
Lee and Darlene were here.
All right,
and
this
we
is
were
a whole new story.
Well, it
Wow.
kind of is, but I poked my head in, and it was during Mojo's show.
Oh, no.
Because we'd been out to Viejas, and I was just like, "Hi, Mojo."
You'd been to Viejas?
We've been to Viejas.
Were you all liquored up?
gambling. No, we were just gambling, and we had a lot of goodies in the car because we'd been shopping, too, and everything
Yep.
was happy.
Yep.
And so I poked my head in the door, and I was going to say, "Hi, Mr. Nixon."
First of all, did the aroma knock you over? Or was
Well, I mean, I didn't know what to expect, and I just opened the door a crack, and here's what I hear. Yeah, right. He's got his head on a cell phone,
Yeah.
and he won't even look at me.
Yeah.
And I get the finger. Hang on.
Does he
just a
even
minute.
know
Hang
who
on.
you are?
Oh,
You get the
no.
hang-on finger?
I got the hang-on finger.
No, he wouldn't recognize you.
No, he doesn't know me.
No.
So luckily, Steve Asaro let us into your studio, and we were able to look in. And the whole time, he never opened the mic. He played some songs, and he was on that phone. You know, like selling our equipment or something. I don't know.
He's busy. He's got pork bellies and all kinds of stuff going on.
Right.
I like Mojo Nixon.
Who's getting the boot for Mojo?
I would just throw him in. I haven't really.
He's going to wreck the club.
He just might.
He's going to drink all the beer. He's going to insult all the women.
Right.
Or he's going to have all the ladies lighting farts.
He's going to clog the toilet and then go.
Well, you know what? The club has been pretty dry lately, to be honest with you.
Really?
It's been pretty boring, so Mojo needs to stir it up. But
He's trolling for action.
I think he's just a breath of, I wouldn't call it fresh, but
No.
certainly very, very significant air. And I think it's very, very, very entertaining.
Well, here's the great thing about this. It's San Diego Magazine. It's their 50 people to watch in 2003.
Right.
People I mean, this is a real treat to be included in this.
Sure.
I mean, we've never come close, let's face it.
Well, no one's watching us. Come on now, seriously. But I'm looking at it, and I'm seeing in standard KGB operating procedure, too cheap to have a picture taken of Mojo here at KGB. There's Mojo wearing the T-shirt from the radio station that fired him in Cincinnati.
Nice.
No, he's wearing a WEBN T-shirt.
Nice.
Well, so what? Our publicity photographs still say Rock 102. Come on.
No, we got new ones finally.
We did?
It's been 7 years. We finally got new ones.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. He's wearing a WEBN T-shirt.
Nice.
I mean, it was nice of San Diego Magazine to include Mojo.
Oh, yeah.
But now we couldn't get around to taking a Polaroid of Mojo
Or just
wearing the GB logo.
Or just giving him a damn shirt.
Right.
No. He's wearing the EBN shirt. So there you go.
Maybe that's what you want to watch. See if he changes.
That's how it goes. So you toured Mother and Father.
Oh, we were in brief in and out. Just in and out. I thought, just let them see where the building is. They'll be happy. Take them home.
Did since you were in my room, did you show him the Memorial Shelley Dunn yak seat?
No,
the yakking chair?
Did you demonstrate your technique?
This is the very same chair.
I know it.
It's not, and that's
I've been
such
in
a
this
lie.
chair for 15 years.
It's made the move.
That's been a myth.
A myth?
A myth.
Okay.
Remember, that was a lie. That was not true.
Do they know that story?
Yeah, they do.
You snuck into my studio and had the fella sit down.
How can you face them?
Well, remember what happened. Remember we had an article written about us in the North County Times that I successfully hid from them because the actual story...
Oh, yeah, the one where you called me a dick.
No. Long before
She called you a dork.
No. Long before I called you
She
that.
called herself a deer.
That was Randy Dotinga. This was long before that. Remember the guy came in at the old building?
Oh, I'm sorry, Shelley. Another story about you?
No, it was about all of
nozzle
us.
nuzzler.
No, it was about all of us. And so anyway, the story, this newspaper story, talked about the crotch jacking. So I held that up. Don't send that home.
All right.
The tape, Old Lady Maggot Head, I think, had that story on it.
Yes, it did.
Don't send that home.
Yeah.
So 2 years later, Mom's here. Oh, you never saw this article about us. Here, take that home. This will be fine.
Oh, no.
You said that to her?
I wasn't thinking.
Oh.
I just saw it in a pile of. Oh, here, you haven't read that yet. Here.
Well, what did the story? How did the story exactly? How did the story? What newspaper was this?
I think it was North County Times.
How did the North County Times journalistic department handle the delicate hand grenade of crotch jacking?
It was very carefully, but it was there.
How did they spell?
Just like that.
Shelley bringing her date in and having him sit down on
I did
Chainsaw
not.
sports
That's not what
chair.
happened.
That's right.
That is
and
not
went
what
to town.
happened. That was the lie that Boyer made up to cover up the truth, which I had foolishly revealed
Tube
to
steak
him.
gaggiola.
I had
throw a pillow down at all?
stupidly confided in him and told him about my horror and my shame.
So they know about that?
I know Mom knows.
Ooh.
And she's never said a word, God love her. And I'm sure she's hidden it from Lee. I'm sure that he has not been told.
What were Darlene and Lee's impression as they left here, the Clear Channel World Domination Headquarters?
A little more excited about Viejas.
Yeah.
A little bit more into the afterglow of
They
that.
probably
It's a little
looked around-
flashier over
Much
there.
more.
Yeah.
Probably looked
Much
around
more.
and said, doesn't anybody work here?
I know. Well, the place was like a cemetery. I mean, there was hardly anyone here except for Mojo with the finger. Hang on. And Steve Asaro in your studio.
How insulting for the grande dame of San Diego radio, Shelley Dunn, to be waved off
Oh, he just stopped short of giving me one of these, scoot
Waggled.
along.
by the mere
Bye,
rookie.
Shelley.
She was waggled by the afternoon guy.
By the mere rookie.
Yeah, I know.
Mojo Nixon, who hasn't even got one book under
Right.
his belt.
I know.
And
Let's
you
see
were
how long he lasts.
waved off.
Let's just see how long he works out.
Here you are, knocking on your 13th year of broadcast service here in San Diego, and you were waved off by Pigpen.
With the wait a minute finger.
He doesn't even know who you are.
No.
Of course,
I
we
know.
probably missed him at one of our weekly staff meetings.
Everyone knows we don't go to those.
Do you remember the day we met him, Chainsaw?
Oh my God!
Who will
yes.
ever forget that?
Tell
What
us.
happened?
We're sitting in our
Well,
office.
first of all, we should say that we've known Mojo for years.
Oh, 12.
It's not that we've hung out with him or anything like that. But there was a food-a-thon where Mojo and his band performed.
Cool.
There was a photo that appeared in the industry magazine Radio and Records of us three, Mojo Nixon, Jim McMahon, the Bears Super Bowl quarterback, and Dennis Conan McKnight in your old newsroom.
Right.
We all clustered together
Really?
in a photo.
Wow.
Yes.
I don't remember
that
meeting Jim McMahon.
very distinctly.
I don't
He
either.
came
You sure that
through.
wasn't Berger and/or Prescott?
It was probably Berger and Prescott.
I was going to say, I don't believe I was here when Jim McMahon played in the Super Bowl.
I think Berger played
But
the
it
part
was
of
over
you,
the
Dave.
Chargers.
Over the Chargers. So
I wasn't here.
So it was just me.
Anyway.
Make it up.
Just go along with it. It makes
I'm
you
pretty
look
sure I
better.
would remember meeting Jim McMahon.
Yeah, it was a pretty
No.
special day.
Well, Mojo was hired over here.
About 3 months ago, too.
Yeah, something like that. And Jizzy brought him in to meet us.
Right.
And this was Mojo's first day. A day that you might think, I don't know, I might want to impress the people.
No, that's not his act.
He came in cut-off jean shorts.
The clothes he had driven in his pickup from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
David.
Oh, no.
And there are certain people who can wear shorts, and there are certain people who can't wear shorts.
Boyer's one who can't wear shorts, I'm guessing.
Right. And he's
Can't-
got company,
and he
believe me.
knows. Oh, really?
A snug T-shirt. And I'm not sure what the fragrance he was wearing.
Well, it was part Big Mac, it was part B.O., part last night's tequila.
It wasn't Estee Lauder, put it that way.
Wow.
And he's like, how you guys all doing? All right.
I got home and my wife hugged me and she goes, "Did you eat at McDonald's today?" It got on my shirt.
Chainsaw and I, we met him for a second, and then he split. And, poor Jizzy, he's showing him off. Like, this is what I was able. This is my coup.
Look what I did.
Look what I did. He walks out. Chainsaw and I looked at each other with a kind of, good Lord, what are we in for kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm going, hey, at least you got your own room. I got to share a microphone with that cat.
Wow. No kidding.
Who knows what kind of STDs I'm going to pick up just coming to work.
The dreaded microphone mouth.
And he calls me like a half an hour later. We're both going home. My cell rings.
Yeah.
Gets me on the next time. He goes, I can still smell it.
Oh, me called you? Yeah.
You called me.
Yes, I did.
It's like Seinfeld's car.
I can still smell it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yet despite that, and perhaps even because of that,
Yes.
I like Mojo Nixon.
He's one of the 50 people to watch in 2003, my friend. Are we? No.
What?
Never happened.
Are you? Probably not. Mojo Nixon, one of the 50 people to watch
Watch him.
here in San Diego. And it's always good to watch the people who are on the radio. Quick time out. You're with Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. It's the 101, Berber. Heading towards 7 o'clock here on the KGB San Diego Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw Radio Show. Are you back in step without even missing a beat, or are you feeling a little goofy?
A little goofy.
I'm a little goofy.
I had trouble going to sleep last night. Got to sleep initially, woke up for a couple of hours, pacing around. That's no good. It's tough.
When would you typically get out of bed while you're on your 2.5-week vacation?
Oh, about 3 hours from now.
It's like 10 o'clock on the dot every morning.
10 o'clock, Ruth?
Yes.
You slob.
Slept through the whole show every day.
Really?
Love
Never
and
heard it
proud
once.
of it. Yeah,
Man, I couldn't get up that late.
I was up till like 2 in the morning most of the night.
Oh, not me.
Ruthie.
Just because I could.
Well, when you sleep till
Yeah.
10,
Exactly.
your circadian rhythm is thrown off, and you
8.
got to stay at
Okay, 6:56.
Our first
It only took him 56 minutes to make an annoying, ununderstandable, obscure reference in 2003. I'm surprised it took him 56
Yeah,
minutes.
really.
Seriously.
Well, he's feeling goofy.
I'm off.
He's off his game.
Not warmed up yet.
And I have to admit that like 2 days ago, I was doing something around the house and I went, I forgot wasn't that sound.
Well, we were driving back yesterday in the car, and there was this idiot in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
He was an idiot because he wasn't driving like a maniac.
Right.
Get out of the way from us so that we could go 90 miles an hour.
Like a maniac.
And, it's a two-lane road, so you couldn't get around him.
Right.
And we were caravanning, so I couldn't pass him because I'd blow off the caravan behind us.
Right.
So finally we get to the point where the road opens up a little bit, and Beth goes, "Pass this guy. I have to see who this jerk is." And so we get right next to him, and she's doing the whole, "I'm looking at you because you're a jerk" thing.
Right.
And you know what she said?
What?
Crud. I'm like, all right, vacation's over.
I know.
Back to making the noises.
After a while, you missed the puppets.
I didn't make the noises. I didn't make the I didn't make the
I know.
I didn't make the for 2.5 weeks.
Not one single person has said that sound to me in more than 2 weeks, and not even yet today. Even Bromo didn't say it. Thank you.
2.5 weeks I went without making that noise.
And isn't it amazing how they come right back?
Yeah.
Yep. 2.5 weeks, I forgot I was in radio.
I did
I mean,
too.
I was at a golf tournament. We went to a bar afterwards, and I'm walking along, and then somebody who'd, hey, that's Jane's over there, came over, and some stranger. So would you guys, is Bromo really like that? And all the series of questions came, and I'm going, oh, that's right, I work in radio.
I have a job.
No, yes, no. Hey, listen, I got the thing I got to do.
I know. I was at a party, and someone said, "Oh, you're." I went, "Oh, I guess I am."
That's right.
I forgot. You do.
I think that's the longest vacation we've ever taken as a show.
Could be.
I think there was one other, but early on.
2.5 weeker?
I think so.
Wow.
2.5 or just, counting the weekends, I suppose. 2 full work weeks.
You got to count the weekends.
Yeah.
Well, I want to hear all about it, Shell. What did you do?
Mom and Dad came in the Sunday before Christmas. It was beautiful weather. It was fabulous. And they were so, people from out of town, they're amazed. Wow, we could have our coffee out here on the porch.
Yeah.
Just little things like that
Yeah.
that help you appreciate San Diego again because you get a little complacent and you forget.
And it's kind of fun to show off your hometown weather.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. And sadly, we'd had that rain before, and I'd called and said, it's going to be cold. It's going to be really chilly. Pack heavy things. Well, that's why we had to have the shopping trip.
Very Aloha Taylor of you.
I know. Don't come without your sweaters.
Warning!
It never stays cold.
People from Oklahoma aren't used to the cold.
So anyway.
Right. Well, anyway, we had a good time, and they left the morning after Christmas, so Thursday morning.
How was your battered outdoor Christmas tree?
Well, it came down very quickly. It was it listed the entire holiday season after the
that's
rains.
too bad.
Yeah. So, but at least it was moist.
Do you still have all your Christmas decorations and stuff up?
No, they're down.
Really?
Oh, gone.
I still have to do all that.
I think it was Friday after New Year's. Yeah.
Wow.
Took them all down.
Took mine all down.
I'll bet you did.
Oh, wait a minute. Didn't put any up.
Not one.
Not
a
one.
single thing.
Of course not.
Not one thing in your house demonstrated the Yuletide season.
No.
Excellent.
No. It was great.
Well, do you even celebrate Christmas, really?
Well, I'll go to the parents' house and
Yeah.
exchange prizes and.
But I didn't think it fit in with
Do
your
you wrap
religion.
your parents' prizes in newspaper like you do for us?
I didn't have a newspaper at home. I was wrapping gifts. Oh my God, I got no newspaper. And I had my roommate Eric moved out and left a couple of Christmas wrapping rolls.
You used actual
Oh, my
Christmas
God.
wrapping? Did you break out in hives?
No, but
Did you have a fit?
No, but it was mentioned when I presented the prize. My dad said, "What the hell's this?"
Who's this from? I don't recognize this. All right. So what else, Shell?
Well, we did the trip to Viejas. We had a really nice dinner out.
Parents like to game, do they?
Dad does, and,
All right.
and he won.
What's his game?
He'll play anything. The mega slots. He'll play blackjack. He'll play, and here's our standard operating procedure because we love to go to Viejas. We go in. Mom and I will drop some money off. $10, and we're happy.
Wow, high rollers.
Yeah.
Did they comp you?
Yeah, we're rated. And then we went across the street and we shopped. And it was great.
Yeah.
And we love that. We love that about Viejas.
That's
and
good.
It was just great. There was a Jones of New York shop that was going out of business, so we just loaded up on it.
I don't know what that is.
It's a brand, and it's a good brand, and we loved it, and they were all like 70% off, and it was just...
70%?
Yes, it was just a shopper's delight.
All right.
Couldn't have been any better. So we were really happy about that. And then Dad came out and he'd won a couple hundred on something.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so he was happy. We were happy.
That's when you came over here and annoyed Mr. Nixon?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I was still in trouble for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then just, normal family stuff. We saw a movie on Christmas Day.
What?
We went and saw Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, how was it?
It was great.
Good.
We
Another
really enjoyed that.
bizarre fisting scene opening the movie with an awkward moment for you and me? Or?
No. No, this was a great family movie.
Okay.
And it was a fun time was had by all.
So they were here for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
That's a first.
It really is, because typically they make me go there.
Do you know my parents were here for Christmas?
I knew that.
And that's
Wow.
a first.
How'd that go?
Wonderful.
Good.
We had a lovely day.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely wonderful time.
How long did they stay?
They only stayed for like 4 days.
Same thing.
And my parents they overlapped one day when Jack and Phyllis came in.
Oh, cool.
And my parents have not seen my in-laws in 10 years.
Wow.
So that was great for them to be able to see each other and have dinner together.
Very cool.
And then we booked on out to the desert with the whole freaking clan.
How'd that go?
God, that family's noisy. Oh,
Not yours.
no.
Yeah.
It was just my mom and dad. Then they took off for Hawaii.
Oh, cool.
But everybody from the in-laws came out.
Right. All the sisters and the families of the sisters and Jack and Phyllis.
How many? Do you have a head count?
I'll tell you what. Yeah, I do. I'll give you that in a second. So few people are going to get this reference, but I'm going to make it anyway. The Warner Brother cartoons, I believe, are the best.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Your Daffy Duck, your Porky Pig, Bugs Bunny, things
All the
like
guys,
that.
yeah.
And there's a scene every once in a while where the hound dogs are out hunting. And the hound dogs just move along in a thunder cloud of hound dogs. Heads and legs and
Right.
tails are sticking up, and it's just noisy, and it's a cloud of animalistic orgy behavior. And that's what it's like when Beth's family comes out. I'm not kidding.
Well, they had that family of all dogs.
With a lot of 2s and 3s and 5s in there. Yeah.
Those are the best kind of restaurants.
Yes.
The toddlers who get
Lot
bored
of
after about
fighting,
10 minutes. Yeah.
a lot of screaming,
Right.
singing, yelling, pooping.
Just give him a cracker. Just give him a cracker or
Yes.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, Palomino is just, awesome for your 2-year-olds, your 5-year-olds. That's exactly what they
Well,
want.
they're into garlic. They-
Moving plates out of the way, plopping 2 years old down, changing the diaper. I mean, it's just a fun.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What is the youngest age? Baby?
Georgia is 8 months,
Baby.
something like that.
Yeah.
There's 8 months, 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old. I mean, all the numbers, all the way on up. Yes. Oh, I'm exhausted.
How long were they there? The
They,
in-laws?
You just took him back yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh.
The
We
airport.
just got back yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had like 3 hours to myself. That's it.
I actually got a little bored the last couple of days. I was like, I want to go back to work.
My daughter, God bless her, she's so much like me. Every once in a while, she'd come up to me. We're staying out at this hotel out in the desert where we can all be together because everyone's got to be together and everyone's got to do the same thing. I've pulled them aside and said, there's 15 of us.
Right.
We don't all have to do the same thing. It won't kill us.
No, we want to all be together.
And, they struggle.
Yeah.
They struggle to do this.
I know.
The last night, it was like a real heartache that we weren't all going to have dinner together.
Right.
They're trying to figure out how we were all going to have room service in the same room. It's like, are you kidding me? 15 people in a hotel room? I told them that. I said, it's not going to kill you
Right.
if we do different things.
Right. Oh,
You
you
know-
must be seen as the rebel of the family.
Well, it's true. You got to remember, these people live next door to each other.
I know.
They do everything together.
I know.
My father-in-law and his wife, and then right next door is his youngest daughter, her husband, their kids, and then right next door to them is his middle daughter and her husband and their kids. 1, 2, 3, right in a row. No skipping.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean it. I swear to God, 1, 2, 3 in a row.
Bless them for being so close, but I just don't get that.
And it's wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah. And
For them.
I think it's neat that families are like
But
that
we're not
still.
used to it.
Right.
Beth and I are not used to it. And God bless my daughter, Carly. Every once in a while, she comes up to me and goes, I'm going back to the room. I'm overwhelmed. She's 10 years old. She's about to have a nervous breakdown.
Yeah,
She's
well,
like,
that's a lot of stimulation.
I can't believe this noise.
So you and Carly were able to sneak away and drink heavily.
Right, smoke cigars.
Oh, we snuck away a lot. I don't even try anymore. You know, I've been married for 15 years. It's like, look.
Wallpaper.
You know, dig me or don't, I don't really
Right.
care. I'm going to hang with you sometimes, and sometimes I'm going to be overwhelmed and I'm going to go away.
Yep.
So that was ours.
And 3 hours later, they noticed you were gone.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Who cares?
Sure is more active on the radio than he is in person.
As long as I get to do what I want to do, that's all I
right.
care about. One of the great highlights, though, we took a tour of the Stennis aircraft carrier.
Wow.
Yeah, my parents are big into that kind of stuff. And Butch, Commander Butch, hooked us up with a thorough tour of the Stennis. What do you, if you're a regular sailor on the Stennis, what kind of personal space do you get?
Don't you get your bunk, a locker, and you share the bunk with some other guy who sleeps the hours you're awake or something like that?
No, they don't hot bunk.
They don't do that?
This is one of the things that I took from this tour that really just kind of, wow, that's tough. Because, they have to have, they're gone for 6 months at a time.
Right.
And they got to have their uniforms, and if they want to have any civilian clothes, and then what else do you want? I mean, you're going to be gone for 6 months. What are you going to take with you, Shell?
Why? Who, me personally? You wouldn't even believe the bags I have to take for a weekend.
Well, what they have is they have their bunk.
Yeah.
Okay? And their bunk is basically a slot in the wall. And the bunk is on a hinge so that you can lift it up.
Make it go away.
Not really.
Well, fold it up so it's out of the way.
No. Would you like me to finish the story? You can lift the bunk up, and beneath the bunk are shallow compartments, and that's your whole world. That's all you get.
Dang.
And they have to store everything in their whole world right there.
Jeez.
It's nothing. Square footage wise, 3 square feet, maybe. It's rough. It's rough. But that ship is impressive. These aircraft carriers, man.
And there, 30,000? How many guys on that thing?
30,000?
Not quite that many.
3,000.
Yes.
Was it 3,000?
30,000 sailors on an aircraft.
I was thinking about San Diego State.
Man, are you a land lover?
3,000 guys on there, something like that?
I believe the ship's complement, when it has its entire air wing, when it's fully loaded, approaches the 5,000 mark.
Good God.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's astonishing, these ships. And the Tarawa's going out today?
Yeah. And that's 4,000.
4,000 on the Tarawa?
On their group.
Oh, in the group?
Duluth and the Rushmore, too.
Is that right?
4,000 total, yeah.
Got an email. Dave, my son-in-law, QM3. What does that mean, Shell? QM3.
Come on. Quartermaster.
Yes.
Oh, good.
3.
Third class.
Yeah.
James Welch leaves on Westpac Monday morning. He's on the Duluth. He's going into harm's way, and I would like to wish him fair winds and following seas. My daughter Jennifer and James have only been married for 2 months, so this is going to be very hard on both of them. Are you kidding me?
Jeez.
She's so glad that he's gone.
Sick of him.
She's not now, she will be.
She is doing her share of the home security also. She works as one of the new baggage screeners at the airport for TSA. I'm retired from the Navy, so my wife and I have been there, done that, and know it's rough. This is the first time that I'm the one on the pier waving goodbye instead of the other way around. I just want him to kick ass, take names, and come home safe. I'm a longtime listener of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw from the beginning. AMS-1 Mike Johnson, U.S. Navy, retired. All right. Well, good luck to everybody who's going out. That's a big deal. Is it a 6-monther for these people, the Tarawa group?
Yep.
I think so.
Man. Here's Matt on the KGB. What's going on, Matt?
Hey, Dave. Just want to say good wishes to everybody who is going out, because I have done a 6-month deployment. What you're talking about is a coffin rack.
What's it called?
I'm sorry?
What is it called?
It's called a coffin rack.
A coffin rack.
Yeah, because it's about the size of a coffin.
Ooh.
You can fit in there. I got a bad echo on my phone.
Either that or it's
You can
Our
fit,
phone.
You can fit in there. Anyway, I got a bad. But yeah, it's about the size of a coffin, and it sucks. It really sucks. You have no personal space. I really feel sorry for these people going out and wish them the best of luck.
It's a long one. I mean, these, the ship is plenty big.
Oh, yeah.
You got plenty of room to. You can stretch your legs.
It's huge.
Mind you. But when it's bedtime,
I can't
and when it's
imagine
personal space time, there's nothing. Nothing for these people. Nothing at all.
You mean they only get one pillow?
I don't know how many pillows they get. I don't know how many feather comforters they get. I'm not sure exactly how housekeeping works on these things.
Wow.
Anyway. So good luck to everyone on the Tarawa going out today. It's the KGB. You're with Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw.
Took a look down a westbound road. Right away I made my choice. Headed out to my big two-wheeler. I was tired of my own voice. Took a beat on the northern plains and just rolled that power on. Out of Mackinac City, stopped in a bar to have a brew. Met a girl and we had a few drinks, and I told her what I decided to do. She looked out the window a long, long moment, then she looked into my eyes. She didn't have to say a thing. I knew what she was thinking. Roll me away, won't you roll me away tonight? I too am lost, I feel double-crossed. I'm sick of what's wrong and what's right. We never even said a word, we just walked out and got on that bank. And we rolled. And we rolled clean out of sight. Staring out at the Great Divide. I could go east, I could go west. It was all up to me to decide. Just then I saw a young hawk flying and my soul began to rise. And pretty soon my heart was singing, roll me away, I wanna roll me away tonight. Gotta keep rolling, gotta keep riding, keep searching till I find what's right. And as the sunset faded, I spoke to the faintest first starlight. I said, next time, we'll get it right.
Bon voyage to the Tarawa group, if I could speak a little Italian to you. It is the KGB, the Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw Radio Show. Let's go traffic update. Here is Route 66.
And a lot of traffic because of the 4,000 or so folks heading out on the Utarawa Amphibious Group this morning as Wabash Boulevard heavy 32nd into the 32nd Street Naval Base. Slow traffic south 15 out of Escondido. The usual El Norte Parkway past the 78 all the way through Escondido. Southbound 5 slows North County Coast, Carlsbad Village off and on all the way to Birmingham. Westbound 52 slows from Mast up over the hill. North 805 there's a crash at the 94. Has it backed up into the South Bay all the way to the 54. It's the Del Mar Antique Show and Sale this Friday through Sunday at the Fairgrounds in Del Mar. The finest antiques and collectibles, furniture, glass, crystal, jewelry, art, silver, Americana, and primitives. Everything from tin to Tiffany being offered by premier antique dealers from all over the West Coast. I'm Route 66 with Dave Shelley and Chainsaw, 101.5 KGB.
Still haven't heard what the chainsaw did on his vacation.
Wow. I did just too much. It's all a fall. Had a great vacation, though.
Did you go anywhere?
Modesto, Sacramento, Tucson. Those are the cities I visited, and boy, they're all just beaches this time of year, huh? Actually, Tucson was lovely, but the Central Valley, it is the Central Valley. Driving up Highway 99. Yeah. Actually, you know what I did? I was driving up from my parents, had a wonderful time to join my in-laws in Sacramento, and I was alone there in the rented Astro van. And I pulled over, actually.
Sexy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know how to travel.
I was getting the looks. Chick magnet.
What, do you have your blinker on?
Oh, yeah.
Floppy hat. Oh, yeah.
I was driving through Lodi and said, I haven't been through Lodi for 30 years. I wonder if the grape pavilion is still there. It was still there.
Wow.
Where I scored 9 points against the Lodi Flames back in 1973. And I walked the court where, 30-year-old memories. And I felt like
an old man.
An old man.
A very old man.
Heck, when I was here, I used to wear an onion on my belt, which was the style then.
That's right.
We had a wonderful time. Saw a lot of movies. Saw a little movie about Schmidt. You know that Jack Nicholson
I saw
movie?
that too.
It was pretty good.
Oh, I thought it stunk.
Oh, okay. And I also saw Adaptation. The Nicolas Cage, and I have gone on record as just saying,
You don't like
Nicolas
him.
Cage, get him out.
He's in your I don't like club.
I like Nicolas Cage. I know it's shocking, but he was brilliant in
This
that
is
movie.
Plays two characters.
This is real New
I
Year's
don't know
kind of
what
thing.
to think.
Very tough day. Something
Not
happened.
either. For years, you have
Hated.
berated Nicolas Cage. Our Shelley and I have this fondness for raising Arizona, and you always
that
dismissed us with a wave of your sports hand.
Right.
The guy can't act. Well,
Until now?
something happened. The guy was brilliant in this really offbeat, being John Malkovich type of oddball movie called Adaptation, which is probably going to get a lot of mention as the weeks go by in terms of Oscar and Golden Globe and all that.
But you didn't like him in Moonstruck? I mean, that's
No,
what did
I
it?
always thought he was,
he
I just
was.
didn't, and couldn't act.
But that was the part.
Well, whatever. I think the guy's brilliant now.
Did you ever see a little movie called Jade? Chainsaw?
No.
That will completely change your Nicolas Cage look. God, what a turd that was.
Was it bad?
This is when David Caruso had
Yeah.
decided that he was a movie star instead of a TV star. And it's David Caruso versus Nicolas Cage, and it's a couple of tough guys. I mean, there's one great scene where Nicolas Cage is doing push-ups on a stripper. Okay.
Well, I'm still holding out a chance, for him to go down the toilet again. But as for right now, Adaptation, the guy.
He's
was
in the
brilliant.
I like club.
I
You went
like.
from I hate to I like.
Well, yeah. I mean, hate is a hard word, Dave, because
acid
hate is an acid that corrodes its container.
I hate the guy who came up with that saying.
Did you see Catch Me If You Can?
Yeah, and I enjoyed it.
I
very
enjoyed
much.
that too.
It was a good show. Good stuff. A lot of great sports. I mean, I happened to be with my son on all the sports.
Did you watch the Rose Bowl?
Didn't see the Rose Bowl.
Pretty sure Oklahoma won that Rose Bowl.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
so great.
What
Only
were
had
they
to watch
doing
the
that
first
day?
half. I knew they were going to win.
This is something we haven't even talked about. How about Ohio State?
That's what I was getting to.
Jeez, Crow.
I mean, that was just a thrilling. And did you see McGonaghy's knee injury. Did you see the slow-mo on his leg going to left when it shouldn't go left?
Yeah, I saw it.
They only showed it once on the true replay, and we had been actually videotaping the game, so morbid curiosity dictated that we watched it 5 times. And the thing about it is...
He had a backwards knee.
He had a backwards knee, and it wasn't planted, Shell. It wasn't planted. The leg was in midair, so it wasn't like, usually when a guy suffers a catastrophic knee injury, the foot is planted and a guy hits and it bends and it cranks, toothpick, twig. His leg was off the ground and the guy's hit was so furious that it hit him right above the knee and the thigh, and the bottom half of the leg just...
flipped out.
Yikes.
I think he ripped 3 ligaments, so he won't be going into the NFL anytime early.
Did he just writhe on the ground? Oh.
Yes, he sure did.
They got him off quick. But that Ohio State-Miami game, and how great was it? Florida State, Florida, and Miami all lost.
Yes, they did.
Yes, that was wonderful.
All those Florida dominating teams, they all lost.
All lost.
Just
my favorite kind of year.
And then I enjoyed the Sacramento Kings-Lakers Christmas Day basketball game, which was giant. And, of course, I'm a Kings fan and a Laker hater, and the Kings won. And then yesterday's San Francisco Niner game.
Let's talk about that.
Oh, my God.
Let's get to the NFL playoffs here. Saturday, kind of a dud with some serious blowouts, but man, did Sunday make up for it. Details now, the KGB. Good morning.
Well, good morning, and thank you, David and Shelley, Chris Boyer, Roos 66. Our precious Emily. Happy New Year, everybody. Hello again in the sports world. Football fans still buzzing about 2 of the greatest playoff comebacks in NFL history yesterday. San Francisco down 38-14, coming back to beat the New York Giants 39-38. And earlier in the day, Pittsburgh down 24-7, beating Cleveland 36-33. This also means the 2 teams, the Giants and Browns, suffered 2 of the greatest collapses in NFL history. Not since the Iraqi Republican Army folded in 1991 has the team so thoroughly collapsed, ladies and gentlemen. Saddam Hussein sent the Browns and Giants a sympathy note. We are down to the final 8 in the NFL. This Saturday, Pittsburgh and Tennessee, Atlanta at Philadelphia, then Sunday, San Francisco at Tampa Bay, and the Jets at Oakland. For my money, these divisional playoffs, this is the best weekend in football because you get the Chuck Woolery 2-2. 2 games, meaningful on Saturday, 2 games, wall-to-wall on Sunday as well. Then, of course, the following week would be the Sunday AFC and NFC Conference Championship games. And then the Super Bowl, which I believe is held in, is it New Orleans this year, Dave? Where is the Super Bowl this year? I forget. Anyway, seriously, how about that Niner game yesterday? San Francisco quarterback Jeff Garcia did it all. Passing, running, scrambling. But sports fans, admission, I'm frankly getting a little curious about Jeff Garcia.
They became less of an attack mode team on their offense, and they were playing soft somewhat on defense, and we just more so took the attack to them.
Stop it. There's just, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. Apparently he's playing for the right city for him. And stereotypes be damned, and I know nothing about it. But he's not that big, but he's as tough as they come, Jeff Garcia. Garcia, Terrell Owens, Jeremy Shockey, Tommy Maddox, Plexico Burris. Great performances yesterday. John Madden did not call any of yesterday's games, but you know what he was thinking about. You know that.
Great football is about great football. And when you're playing great football, that's what makes great football great. If you weren't playing great football, then it wouldn't be great football. It'd just be mediocre football. And without great football, you can't have great football. And these guys out here today, these guys they're playing great football.
Here. Hey, how about them San Diego Gulls? After a horrible start, you know, they were 8-10 at one point, plus a couple of losses, or ties rather, but 8-10 win-loss. They are now 20-10. They have won 12 consecutive games, our Gulls. And if you like a-holes and you like them big, a giant one will fill Cox Arena tonight. That's a word picture that confuses me. As Bobby Knight's 25th ranked Texas Tech team takes on the 8-3 Aztecs. It's a late tip-off tonight, 9 p.m. ESPN and Extra Sports 690 will have it. And one final note, the Los Angeles Dodgers are reportedly being shopped around by owner Rupert Murdoch, whose News Corporation, you know, he's the guy who owns Fox and all those media outlets. He would sell the team to raise cash before bidding on the satellite television service DirecTV. Too bad he won't have his Dodgers to show on it. The Dodgers were called the most unprofitable team in Major League Baseball last year in a study by Forbes magazine in terms of payroll and expenses relative to results, certainly, or profits. They haven't won a playoff since 1988, the Dodgers. In other sports, David.
Quick correction, Chainsaw. Before you go running out to Hollywood Video to get Jade, it was, as I'm told by Heather, Kiss of Death.
Okay.
Is the name of the David Caruso, Nick Cage.
Didn't see either one of them.
Flick that you're going to want to get to see him doing chin-ups on a stripper or whatever the hell he was doing.
But he was outstanding in adaptation.
As always.
And you know what? This is a movie that if you see it, you're going to roll your eyes and do a whole quarter hour on it.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to see it.
This is weird. I don't see how anybody would like this movie.
Well, I got to tell you,
it's weird.
Can we be bro honest with each other?
Bring it.
I went to a restaurant that you had recommended Over the Top on. And I was like, man, I'm never coming back to this.
Oh, this is about a year-old event,
place
isn't it?
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the recommendation well has kind of dried up for me. Sorry.
I have no credibility for you anymore. Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah, kind of. I don't.
Wow.
What? I don't know.
This is very hurtful, David.
Hey, it's happened to all of us now.
Hey, there's a great new record, by the way.
But you know, I'm not in the I Like Club, so it shouldn't hurt you.
Well, you know, you're in the I Love Club. You know that.
Oh, get out of here.
Let me tell you this, though, David. I heard a record that I think you would really enjoy.
What's the name of it?
Yeah, it's it's a cover of an AC/DC song by this chick singer, and she rips it out so well. It's Celine Dion. And so I highly recommend that. I think that will reestablish my credibility. Thank you very much.
See if I can locate that one for you, Chainsaw.
Oh, for you.
In case you weren't with us at 6 o'clock this morning, we got a lot of complaints from the program director of Rock 105 saying that we were stealing their playlist, that we were rocking harder than our hard rock station. Yes, it's not a lie. It's not a joke. You're not still hungover. It's Celine Dion shaking you all night long and playing air guitar at the same time.
He was a fast machine. He kept his motor clean. He
Clean!
had a MC. He had a sign for signs telling me no lies. And knocking me out with those American pies. Talking more than he said.
I have a problem with people who take a song, say a song is specifically written about a sex, for example.
Right.
She kept her motor clean.
Right.
Knocking me out with those American thighs.
Right.
It's about a chick.
Yeah.
And when a chick decides she's going to sing it and she makes it into a guy,
It never works.
It's terrible.
up. I mean, it is just, it's okay. Other than that, it's a good song. That's what I want to think about. Celine Dion already being there.
You know, she beats her chest.
Think she sings when it happens with that grandfather that she married?
Oh. I thought they had assistants to do that for them. They're fabulously wealthy and they didn't have to touch each other.
My orgasm assistant will be here in just a minute. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
I love it. It's so funny.
Yes, it really is Celine Dion singing AC/DC. Yeah. I know how many international laws have been violated. Who can count? Oh, yeah!
Next up, Ted Nugent sings "Wind Beneath My Wings," and it'll shoot the bird out of the sky and eat it. Yeah, it just doesn't.
You know, I was about to say that you never see that. You always see the soft rock people singing the hard rock. You don't see the hard rock. But you know what? I don't think I'm ever going to forgive Eric Clapton for doing that goofy polka version of Layla.
Yeah. It's so wrong.
And radio stations play that more now than the regular version.
Dirge. It's a dirge.
It's terrible.
You're absolutely
Why did he
right.
do that?
Unplugged, MTV. And you know what?
Unplugged was one of the worst things that ever happened to music.
Well, for some artists, it's okay, but you're right. With Eric, it was wrong.
I thought the Nirvana one was very good.
That was beautiful. Alice in Chains had a great one.
Yeah.
Duh, I didn't like any of them. Some bands should always be plugged. AC/DC, unplugged. What?
No, that would be wrong.
Well, then why should Nirvana be unplugged? Nirvana
It
rocks just as
worked.
hard as AC/DC.
I know, but it just worked. And I think with that,
It was Cobain.
It was
Cobain
Kurt.
just came across in that Unplugged.
plus you got
Did
a
you
chance
think
to
so?
understand
I
the
did.
words.
Man, I hear Kurt Cobain in the Unplugged stuff, and I'm like, God, this guy sucks.
Well, yes,
He
but
can't get anywhere near the note.
and I saw Chili Peppers on a repeat of Saturday Night Live show, and that poor
Oh, was it
Anthony
last
Kiedis
Saturday?
He is a repeat,
Oh.
and he just could not come close.
No, he can't anymore.
It's all studio.
Yep.
But anyway, David, I highly recommend this CD by Celine Dion. You're going to love it. 7:40 and 8 seconds. This is your 101.5 KGB Sports Network.
God, this is awful.
Thank you.
That was fun.
The Chainsaw brought to you by Convoy Big Screens, announcing the opening of their new San Marcos store. Exit Nordall off the 78. Before you visit, go to 101kgb.com for their 10% off coupon. Call 800-CONVOY-1 for more information. For the traffic update, here is Route 66.
Good morning. Slow traffic continues south on 5 out of the North County. Palomar Airport Road packed solid all the way to Birmingham. South 15 slows approaching the 78 down to Villa Rancho Parkway. More brake lights with you from Ted Williams to Mira Mesa. In the South Bay, North 805, heavy from the 54 to the 94. Okay on North Park, then again slow Balboa to the 52. Westbound 8 showing brake lights Fletcher Parkway to Lake Murray. West 52 from Mast up over the hill. Stop by the Home Depot for a large selection of bare root roses and learn how to plant them successfully at one of the 4 clinics going on every weekend this month, only at the Home Depot. I'm Ruth 66 with Dave Shelley and Chainsaw.
All right, it's KGB, the Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Radio Show. Yes, it's true. Celine Dion has covered You Shook Me All Night Long. And we're going to war with Iraq? I think we ought to bomb Canada.
Yeah. Precedent.
I highly recommend it, David. Hey, what was that restaurant I recommended to you? Can you tell me over the speakers?
I'd rather not upset the people. Oh, you want to know on private?
Yeah, private. Give me Oh, you went there? Gotcha.
Such a liar.
All right, speaking of bad covers, tell me when you can pick this one up, okay? Great song has been ruined. You'll get it from the lyrics, but you'll never know who it is.
Oh, no.
Is it Boys of Summer?
Yeah.
Madonna?
Nah, it's
Carly?
you've never heard of him before.
It's Carly Minogue.
It's DJ Sammy.
Oh.
Baby. Yeah, that's a lot of work going into that one.
I would like to know, who is it that says, yeah, cover my song? Did Don Henley get a phone call? Listen, Don, I know you're out there saving some trees and stuff, but there's this chick who'd like to sing Boys of Summer.
I don't know. Have you heard the I know you've heard the I Love Rock and Roll by Britney Spears.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But, I mean, when Pretty Woman came out by Van Halen, that was a cover.
And it was good.
There were a lot of people who were appalled by that. I think it's
now-
when you grew up, I think it's your generation.
See, now that's one that I think is better than the original.
Yeah, but people from the 50s who loved it when Roy
Who
Orbison
cares
did
what
it.
people from the 50s
They
think?
didn't
They're
like
dead
it.
now.
What? Alrighty then.
Check this out.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
What's the matter?
Oh, I can tell already. It's going to suck.
Too fast.
I don't know. The piano's pretty close, isn't
It's
it?
too fast,
It's
though.
way too fast.
Do you know who it is?
I don't know who it is.
I know who it is.
I know the song.
Let me just put a little bit of skull between my cheek and my gum. And kick some of this cow crap off my boots.
Waylon Jennings?
Blue jean baby. Oh. Ow. Ow. That's hurtful.
To Waylon.
No, it's not Waylon.
Tom T. Hall. George Jones.
Jesus freaks out in the streets,
It's Tim McGraw.
handing tickets out for God.
Stop doing that. Stop it.
You remember when Dolly covered Stairway to Heaven? Do you need to hear that again?
No.
Yeah, come on,
No,
let's refresh
no,
the
no.
memory
Yes,
for
it's
people who
fun.
don't know.
No.
But it's fun.
Oh.
And it's funny.
And I'm not offended by the McGraw song. It's not awful to me.
Way up high.
What the hell is this?
Neil Sedaka.
That's the wrong Stairway to Heaven.
Whoops.
Hang on, here we go.
Stairway to Kevin for Neil.
That's the OJs. Hang on a second here. Here we go.
That's it.
By the brook, there's a songbird who sings. Sometimes all of our thoughts are For those who stand long, and
Yes.
the forest will echo.
Yes, it really is Dolly Parton.
It sounds like the the Lollipop Guild or something like that.
Well, the Dixie Chicks are doing Fleetwood Mac now.
Oh, that's pretty good, though.
It's okay. I like the original
Well, it's
better.
less of a stretch than.
Right.
Is that who that is?
Yes. So I think that's good.
It's
They do
okay.
Rhiannon?
Stevie, yeah,
Is it Rhiannon?
Yeah, I believe so.
I didn't know that's who that was. It's Rhiannon? No, Landslide.
Landslide.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
it.
Brand new music. Brand new music.
Yeah.
New Bob.
Oh my God, our knob got turned
Bob.
to Bob.
What is this? They got their name on the song?
Guess so.
Brand new music.
No, it's not.
That way you can't steal it.
That's from like 1976.
Brand old music made brand new. From Bobby.
Hang on a second.
In my heart.
See, I like the Dixie Chicks. Think of me whatever you want, but I like Natalie Maines. I think she's a good singer.
I did too.
That's a good song for them to cover because it's kind of a country song.
Yep.
Well, they have the mandolin and they have the same flavor. That's nice. You know, TiVo recorded for me. I love TiVo.
Yes.
And it just records things for you that you don't even ask for.
Right.
Sometimes you don't want them, sometimes you do.
Right.
So I don't know what channel this came from, but the other day I was just reviewing what was in the file from TiVo, and there's this show called Behind the Music That Sucks. And so I started watching it, and it was great. And they do Tupac Shakur, all about his failed history, and
Yeah.
they have just photographs of the people. They cut the head out of the photograph, give them really bad teeth, and then put cartoon bodies on them. And they have the narrator. And then they did Billy Joel and how the hell did this loser ever land Christy Brinkley, the highest paid prostitute of all time, because she's just willing to whore herself out for the money.
What?
And then, well, they were talking about why did she marry him? Well, for the money, of course, because he's ugly. And then they did takeoffs of his songs. You know, I may be ugly, but I just might be the ugly millionaire you're looking for. And then they did Puff Daddy, who they said, here's a guy who's known for standing around shaking his head rhythmically in everyone's video, and that's all he's known for. And it was the greatest show I'd ever seen.
All right,
and
tell
now
me-
I can't find it.
Tell me who is doing this. Name the song, name the singer.
Ozzy.
You are right, it is Ozzy.
Staying Alive?
Yes.
How'd you get that? I got it from the little guitar riff. Right there.
It's Ozzy doing the Bee Gees Staying Alive.
Oh, no.
That's impressive. I didn't know that was out there. Here's Freddie on a KGB. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Dave?
Talking to you, bud.
Hey, you guys heard this Sheryl Crow?
Sheryl Crow?
Yeah, Sheryl Crow. She's the sweet child of mine. And
I don't like it.
No.
Yeah, it's whack.
I don't like it. I'm not into it. I mean, I love Sheryl Crow, but I don't like that cover she did of it.
I'm with you with the
Yeah.
changing it from a guy to a girl.
Yeah, don't change the sex on the
Did
song.
we ever have a contest, best cover songs of all time? I think we did that on one of our lists. And I can't remember what won.
You guys picked up on that quick. I'm impressed. Boyer, Chainsaw. I can't tell which one of you is.
I think I got it right, but I don't know which part, you know.
It's a very musical family, you know. Have I played this for you?
Yeah.
You know the trick. If you can't sing, just play the band really loud and have them sing through a megaphone. That's Ozzy's daughter, Kelly. You know, when this song plays, I mean, I know this is another real obscure reference I'm going to give out, but the VU needles don't even move. They just stand at attention. There's no definition to this song. They're standing at attention here. There's no, it's like a test tone. All right.
You know what? That was a good cover. Was Power Station's version of "Bang a Gong."
That is a good one. Mm-hmm. Very good one.
We're talking about Roy Orbison and "Pretty Woman" being a good cover by Van Halen.
Yeah, I see. I don't like the Roy Orbison version nearly as much as the.
Well, I don't like him because
he
yodeled.
Well,
Van Halen kicks ass, and the Power Station I really, really enjoy as well.
Yep, it's a good one. Do I have that? Gotta have it.
You should.
I don't have Power Station?
Come on.
Come on!
Did somebody label it T for the Power Station? Got some rockets.
Yeah, this was a good version.
Yep.
Here is John on the KGB. What's going on, John? John, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up, bud?
Yeah.
John?
Hey, not much. Yeah.
John's talking to himself on the radio. He's caught up in the phantom zone.
Yep.
John, talk to me, not the radio.
My radio's off.
Hello, what's up, buddy? Okay, it's not going to happen.
Damn it.
Let's get a traffic update here on the KGB. It is 8 o'clock. World-class rock, the KGB San Diego. Here is Route 66.
Lots of people back to work, so lots of traffic and back to all the usual spots, like southbound 5 jam from Poinsettia all the way down to Birmingham. Southbound 15, the usual stack up out of Escondido. More brake lights past that from Ted Williams to Mira Mesa Boulevard. In the East County, westbound 8 slows up Fletcher Parkway to Lake Murray. There's a crash north 125 at Grossmont Boulevard. Overturned crash. And helicopters getting ready to land right there. 2 people ejected from their cars. The right lanes are blocked and it's backed up to Navajo. Again, that's north on the 125 at Grossmont. Westbound 94 slows from the 15 into downtown. Working a crash southbound 5 just past the bridge and the 2 left lanes in the S-curve. Nokia, connecting people with great jobs at their Global CDMA Design Center in San Diego. To learn more, see Nokia's ad in Sunday's San Diego Union Tribune, Employment Classifieds. Nokia, connecting people to great jobs. I'm Ruth 66 with Dave Shelley and Chainsaw, 101.5 KGB.
Tell me when you got it. It's another cover. If you can name the band, I'll be very, very impressed. Even when the words started, I couldn't get it.
She sits alone, waiting for suggestions. He's so nervous of writing all the questions. His lips are dry, her heart's gently pounding. Don't you just know exactly what they're thinking?
Here we go.
If you want my body,
No, do you think I'm sexy?
Is that 9 Inch Nails?
No. That's kind of a cool cover, actually.
It's not bad.
Oh, they got that crap part in there.
Come on, honey, let's spend the night together. Now hold on.
How you doing there, Rob? Welcome to the KGB.
Good morning, Dave.
What's up, bud? What's up? And he's gone. Didn't heed my warning about Nextel. Get the Nextel phone, Rob. Then call us back.
I think they improved it.
This is kind of cool.
Yep.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. That's like the cover of Faith by Limp Bizkit. I like it much better.
Oh, please.
Oh, I like it much better. It's fun just to listen to them do it.
Oh, it's garbage.
Well, was it any better before?
Yeah.
Oh, come
For
on.
what it was,
For
yeah.
what it
was a pop top 40.
Yeah.
I like what they did to it.
Luke, you're on the KGB. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, I got one that I love and one that I hate.
All right, which one do you not care for?
The one that I don't care for is I was appalled to hear this Alanis Morissette doing her version of King of Pain and changed it to Queen of Pain.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me see if I got it. Really?
Sting should shoot her.
Sting's very...
Well, you know, I heard the middle of the song and I was like, oh, cool, I love this song. And then it came back in and she was singing. I heard Queen of Pain and I went crazy.
Let's check it out.
Let's check it out. It's unplugged.
She's not nearly as cool as she was with Jagged Little Pill. That was cool, and everything else has kind of sucked.
I liked her better as angry.
Yeah, when she was really bitter and dumped.
And pissed off,
It was good.
Yes.
Now she's rich.
I'm just a bubbling cauldron. I'll bubble forth at any second. Here he goes. Oh, she said king.
Yeah, I think she made a mistake because I heard Queen.
Yeah, that's it. She made a mistake. Not you.
She goofed up. So you don't like that one?
I don't like that one, but the one I really like is the Wallflowers Heroes, and I like the David Bowie version. I like both of those.
You know, that is a good one.
I didn't know Bowie covered that.
No, Bowie did it
Bowie
first.
original.
Oh.
Bowie did it first, but the Wallflowers did a very good version of that
Yeah,
song.
that was cool.
You remember that? Very good version. Thanks, Luke.
Okay, thanks.
You got good taste, buddy.
Thanks.
See you. I like it except for the part where they have the phone hanging up in the middle of the song.
That sucks.
Hey, Jen, you're on the KGB.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
Guess what? Puff Daddy did Stairway to Heaven.
I like that.
Oh, I hated that.
It was good. Jimmy Page
It's horrible.
It wasn't Stairway to
It was
Heaven. was it?
awesome.
I thought it was
something else.
Yeah, it was another.
Jimmy Page.
Wasn't that bad? That was so bad. And the other day I saw Mariah Carey doing Bringing on the Heartbreak at the Mall of America. It was on the Today Show.
Oh God.
And the thing that gets me about her is that she swears that all of her music is original.
Who said this?
Mariah Carey, your
Yeah.
favorite person.
Yeah.
Did you see her on VH1 where they were following her on her world tour?
No.
Oh, God, it was bad. My husband said, what are you watching this for? I said, I have to, because Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw are always talking crap about her.
That's
I've got to see
true.
what she's whining about.
That's true. We are always talking crap about her.
Yeah.
What was the Zeppelin song that Puff Daddy did on Saturday Night Live and Jimmy Page played guitar? It wasn't Stairway?
It was from Physical Graffiti.
It was.
Oh, it was the
Dun, dun, dun,
Dun, dun,
dun, dun, dun, dun,
Yes.
yeah. And he goes,
Cashmere?
Ooh,
Cashmere. That's the one.
Oh, okay. I just remember that I had to change it.
Why?
It was just so bad. I couldn't watch it. And then what
Good.
he did with Every Breath You Take by Sting. I mean, talk about a no-talent punk.
What? Say that again. Who? What?
Puff Daddy also took Every Breath You Take.
Yeah.
Sampled it to do his tribute to Biggie Big.
And
Yeah.
the rap is like
Biggie Big.
Biggie Big when Biggie Big died.
original
Name's
genre.
Biggie Smalls.
Oh, Biggie Smalls, whatever.
I was going to say Biggie Big. What are you talking
the
about?
big guy. Big
You have
Big.
no street crud.
I don't have any
You just
street
call him
cred.
Biggie.
Right.
His biggest hit was off of Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Band's, what was it, Jump? Is
I
that
don't
what
know.
the song was called? Or
Rise?
Whatever.
Rise, yeah, Rise.
That's what it was. Yeah, he
Biggie
sampled
Big
that.
did that one, I think.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
Chuck Mangione, I think.
All right, thank you, Jen.
Gotta go.
I'm already gone. Oh, damn it. Are you brown? Oh, too late.
Oh.
Maria's next here on the KGB. Maria, what's going on? Maria's gone. That's a pity, because she was probably brown. Donnie, are you there?
Yes, I am.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, Smash Mouth, I'm a Believer from the Shrek. I think that's a pretty good cover.
One of the greatest covers of what was already
A cover.
an uncoverable song. Who did it before the Monkees?
I thought Neil Diamond did it and recorded it, didn't he? He wrote it.
Now, do you really think
I
that, or
don't-
did you just want to say Diamond?
That was a totally unconscious pronunciation.
I don't know about that, but I think this is one of the all-time great covers.
Love was only true in fairy tales, meant for someone else, but not for me. Love was out to get me. That's the way it seemed. Disappointment haunted all my dreams. And then I saw her face. I'm
Smash Mouth with Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaws, the KGB. Look for sports. The Chainsaw covers NFL playoffs next. On the 101. Happy New Year. It's the KGB. Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw. Back from vacation. Live on the radio. Except for the parts where we're not live. And once again, reminding you that we are your official Super Bowl radio show.
Yeah. Oh, good.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
It means we'll say that until Paul Tagliabue files an injunction.
Have preparations begun? I'm starting hearing things about...
Yeah, they put the turf down the other day. $100,000 worth of new sod.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Man, that's a lot of money for grass. Is that how much grass costs? I mean, if you had a football field-sized yard, would it cost $100,000? That seems outrageous.
Well, this is the highest tech, and it's the most meticulously installed, and it's specially made. It's got
really
a special brand of Bermuda. Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just grass.
No, these groundskeepers, it's very high tech. It's got to be the right thickness, the right breed. It's got to be installed just the right way. It's got to be watered and fertilized just the right way so it'll take and dig in.
And this is our last Super Bowl.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So live it up.
Live it up. All right.
Because they don't like Qualcomm Stadium in the NFL.
That's right. Because of those obstructed seats and the amenities just aren't up to snuff compared to the state-of-the-art stadiums with the big, wide concourses and every kind of food in the world on every level. I mean, as nice as Qualcomm is, it pales in comparison to these state-of-the-art jobs.
What's the stadiest of the art, nicest, real grass, open football stadium?
Boy, I think Jacksonville has a beautiful one. I know.
How's the new San Francisco stadium?
They're still playing at Candlestick.
Yeah, that's the ballpark, isn't it?
Yeah.
The new one for them.
Yeah, they're still playing at Candlestick Park, which is very odd because it's a multi-purpose and it's got that stadium configuration. It's a weird part of the seats aren't occupied. You've seen it for years. Candlestick Park.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing at the old Candlestick Park?
Oh, yeah.
I thought they had a new place.
No, just the baseball stadium. Just
What an
back
idiot
there.
I am.
Well, that's true, too.
Yes.
What is the stadium? That's a good question.
Probably the new Denver.
Yeah, that's all. Invesco
Gotta be
Field,
it.
Mile High.
That's got to be it.
Yeah.
What about the Cowboys field?
Baltimore has a nice one. Cowboys is actually rather old now.
The Arlington, really?
But it's domey. I mean, I don't like domes. I like outdoors, real grass.
You bet.
See, this is one complaint that I have with the Super Bowl, and I know it'll never happen, but I'd like to see a Super Bowl played in Chicago.
Or Lambeau. Or
Lambeau.
Giant Stadium.
Yes.
Or the nation's capital. The new the new Redskins place is awesome, and the new Cleveland's awesome, and Cincinnati's awesome.
See, for me, part of the fun, the only fun actually, of watching that Packer game was that it was snowing and it was Lambeau Field, and that's what football in December and January in Wisconsin is all about. That it's going to be absolutely miserable, and I think that's where the Super Bowl should be played.
And Tagliabue wants the one there, but he's going to get a little tug-of-war with the corporate people who love to have their...
Oh, they want to have their party.
Buy everything, they want to have this corporate party in warm weather. They don't want to be out there freezing for 5 hours or 6 hours. You know how long those go.
I mean, Lambeau Field would be the ultimate place for a Super Bowl.
It really would, and they've renovated that, or they're in the midst of it.
That would be ideal.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Pittsburgh has a new beautiful park, too. There's another state-of-the-art.
When did they stop playing the championship game in outdoor cold stadiums?
They've never had a Super Bowl in a cold weather area other than a domed place like Detroit or Atlanta was cold. But it's always been warm weather. All the outdoors have been warm weather.
And Shane, how do they handle the turf conditions in a dome stadium? You said they were putting down special sod. Do they just hope
they
it
have
lives for a week and a half or 2
artificial
weeks?
grass there, Chris,
It's fake.
in a indoor stadium.
I understand, but you said they were doing special preparations and bringing special sod to San Diego.
That is correct.
Thought they might have to do the same in that dome stadium as well.
No.
That is incorrect.
All All right then.
Hard to grow it in.
And they have to fertilize and water the AstroTurf very specially. They have to grow it specially, Chris. God love you. Persisted. We'll give you points for that.
That's what they do at the Dome Stadium in Warsaw, Boyer.
Yeah.
They fertilize and water the artificial turf over there at
Because they're waiting for the Super Bowl.
the Poland Bowl.
Right.
All right, an update on sports now with the chainsaw here on KGB. Good morning.
Well, good morning, and thank you, David, and Shelley Dunn, Chris Boyer, Route 66, and our precious Emily. Hello again, everybody, in the sports world. Two of the greatest playoff comebacks in NFL history occurred yesterday. The Pittsburgh Steelers in their beautiful new park, trailing Cleveland 24-7 in the second half, rallied behind comeback player of the year Tommy Maddox to totally hash the Browns 36-33. Oh, my. That was the sixth greatest comeback in NFL playoff history. Then yesterday afternoon, the San Francisco 49ers were getting clobbered by the New York Giants 38-14 in the third quarter. But thanks to a pair of touchdowns with two-point conversions, 8+8, how often do you see that? It was suddenly 38-30. A field goal made it 38-33. Then this.
Drops back, looking, throwing to the end zone, touchdown Niners!
Yeah, 39-38, Niners win thanks to a muffed snap, two words that always sound good together, on a last-second field goal attempt that could have won the game for New York. That was the second greatest NFL playoff comeback of all time. The number one greatest NFL playoff comeback of all time, 1993. The Buffalo Bills, down 35-3, rallied to beat Houston 41-38 in overtime and went on to lose their third of four straight Super Bowls. So what good did it do them? We are down to the final 8 in the NFL. This Saturday, Pittsburgh at Tennessee, Atlanta at Philadelphia. On Sunday, San Francisco at Tampa Bay, and then the Jets at Oakland. For my money, the greatest NFL weekend, provided the games are good. Yesterday was obviously going to be hard to beat. But this is the 2-2 Chuck Woolery 2-2 weekend, where you get two meaningful playoff games back-to-back on Saturday and the same thing on Sunday. 1-2, 1-2. Awesome. And then, of course, the following week will be the AFC Championship week, or the NFC Championship weekend, AFC and NFC Conference Championships, where they play both games, the Final Four, on that Sunday. And then after that, the Super Bowl, which is going to be at Qualcomm. The Dallas Cowboys have a new coach. After meeting with owner Jerry Jones face-to-face lift, Bill Parcells signed a 4-year deal, $17.1 million. How long will Parcells put up with Jerry Jones meddling? Seriously, the over and under, 2 years.
You think he'll just quit?
Even that?
Or just get frustrated and get the hell out. I actually heard some ESPN guys saying, I think he'll stay 2 years. He signed for 4. Well, if they get along well and things progress, he'll play all 4.
It's a very odd mix.
Thank you. Very odd mix. In fact, there's a little piece in today's Union Tribune about odd sports marriages. Where is it? Can I dig it out here?
Parcells, who is a total control freak.
Mm-hmm.
Jones, total control freak.
Yeah. How can they coexist? Here is a guy, Jim Armstrong of ESPN.com, lists other doomed sports marriages from history. Reggie Jackson and Billy Martin. Yep. Mike Shanahan and Al Davis. Shanahan now with the Broncos. Eric Lindros. Okay, I'll go through the ones we recognize. Joe DiMaggio and Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, what was that?
Chuck Noll and Terry Bradshaw. Well, may have been rocky, but they won 4 Super Bowls together. Buddy Ryan and Mike Ditka. They didn't get along, but they won a Super Bowl together. And Reggie Jackson and Billy Martin won 2
World Series
championships together, World Series. But they're saying, and P.J. Carlesimo and Latrell Sprewell, they say that was a bad marriage, and that, Latrell choked the coach.
How about Babe and
Miller Huggins?
Miller Huggins.
Yeah,
that was a disaster.
Not a good one. That's also listed in there. And for the record, Eric Lindros and Bobby Clark. Shelley Dunn, sport. Soccer. What sport would that be?
Baseball.
Nope, it was hockey.
Oh.
All right. How about them goals? Speaking of hockey, after a horrible start, the Goals have won 12 in a row, improved to 20-10, plus, some ties, vaulting into second place. Sweet. Shelley Dunn, what's one of those needle things on a porcupine? What's that called?
A prick?
That's it, a prick. How fitting that one will be appearing in Cox Arena tonight, Bobby Knight, as his 25th-ranked Texas Tech Red Raiders will visit the 8-3 Aztecs. 9 p.m. tip-off, a late game. That'll accommodate ESPN. They're televising it nationally. AM 690 will have it on radio.
That was another odd sports marriage.
Bobby Knight in Indiana?
Bobby Knight and every
Yes.
student who ever played basketball
Yeah, that
for
is
Indiana
correct,
under Bobby
That's
Knight.
insane.
Meanwhile, in the National Bat. Anybody?
Liza?
Is this a Brady family member? Sounds like Alice.
No. Ex-Hollywood sex pot. Ethel Merman. I said sex pot.
Jeez.
I didn't say pot. Why don't you come up and see me?
Oh, really?
sometime?
Yeah, now I hear it. Yeah.
I've been on more laps than a napkin. Yes, that's Mae West. Singing the Isley Brothers hit, which was covered by the Beatles, which was covered by Mae West. Skitball Association. The Lakers won last night, but with a record of 14-20, Phil Jackson's team is taking his Zen master teachings the wrong way so far. We shoot, therefore we miss. And how about Michael Jordan the other night scored 41 points against Indiana. In other sports, David.
I never knew the Isley Brothers sang this. It just doesn't sound right. But this is like my daughter coming to me going, yeah, I really love that song, I Love Rock and Roll. I said, oh, Joan Jett? She goes, who's that?
Right.
Yep. She's one who sings I Love Rock and Roll. No, Dad, you stupid idiot. It's Britney Spears. I'm like, what?
8:35, 22 seconds. This is your 101.5 KGB Sports Network. Oh, my.
Chainsaw, brought to you by the American Lung Association. Give them a lift by donating your car, your truck, your van, your lungs. Get a tax break. Call 800-LUNG-USA. This is depressing.
Sounds too slow, doesn't it?
It's just not right.
I know.
No.
Get it out. All right. The traffic update here on the KGB. Here's Route 66.
Thanks, Dave. Big wreck northbound 125 at Grossmont Boulevard. Overturn crash has traffic backed up to Navajo Road behind it. Westbound 94 slows on the approach into downtown. Westbound 8 still heavy over the La Mesa Summit. North 805 okay in the South Bay, but slow Balboa up to the 52. Westbound 52 slows from Mastiff over the hill. North County Coast, South 5 heavy in Poinsettia to Birmingham. South 15 from Pelosita to Villa Rancho, then again at Camino del Norte. Santa himself couldn't have brought skiers and riders a better gift. Mammoth Mountain has tons of new snow for the holidays, and the forecast promises even more. Don't miss California's most incredible snow conditions. Call 1-800-MAMMOTH or visit mammothmountain.com for the latest report. I'm Route 66 with Dave Shelley and Kate Sal, 101.5 KGB.
Your official Super Bowl radio show. Woo-hoo. The Dave Shelley and Chainsaw Show here on the KGB. That is providing that the Super Bowl actually comes off.
Heard about this.
There is a possibility that the Super Bowl will be canceled. Am I jump-starting the God-burning, flag-hating, crackpot news?
No, it's not God burning or flag hating. It's just crackpotting.
Well, it's by you, isn't it?
Oh, come on.
Well, you're on record as being...
we are not going to start the new year off that way.
You're on record as supporting an individual's rights to burn God and hate the flag. What?
That's true.
What?
Well, yeah, all right, fine. Individual rights, yes.
See, and I'm on the record as firmly against that.
All right, I guess if you put it that way, yes.
Sure.
Right, you're right.
You know about this, Chainsaw?
No, I haven't heard a thing.
Talking about Beverly Walker?
Yes, Beverly Walker is in a wheelchair, and she is seeking to receive a temporary restraining order against the Super Bowl. I don't know what that means.
Which means it won't happen.
That means it won't happen?
Mm-hmm.
Or it means it won't happen for her?
Won't happen.
Oh, really?
judge is going to say, all right, yeah, and make that happen right. What's her complaint? Wheelchair access to the area?
Yep.
Well, they have that at Qualcomm, don't they?
Nope, they're behind schedule in complying with the 2001 settlement agreement. Concerns disabled access to Qualcomm and guarantees tickets to the disabled.
Now, an attorney for San Diego spent a week talking with this Beverly Walker.
Trying to bribe her.
And they offered her 36 tickets to the Super Bowl.
She didn't want them.
Do you know what you could do with 36 tickets to the Super Bowl?
You
could retire.
$75,000.
You could retire.
You could buy one of those rocket jetpacks that you flew out in.
Now, the woman's attorney has yet to request the restraining order. How do you come down on this show? Being the God-burning flag hater crackpot that you are.
I just wonder if she knows Bruce. I mean, it's so Hendersonian.
What does that mean?
Well, Bruce Henderson is the one who's always, pointing a finger and no, we can't do this. We're doing it wrong. No. And this sounds very similar to that sort of attitude.
In order for the Super Bowl to be canceled, the damages suffered by this woman and the disabled would have to be fairly significant to merit such a large sanction.
Mm-hmm.
A restraining order against the Super Bowl may sound extreme, but she has tried everything else to get the city to
comply.
Yes. To live up to its obligations under a previous settlement.
I wonder what they would have to do to actually live up to that obligation. And they have had
reconfigure
some
some seats and such. Yeah, they should have lived up to their obligation. I mean, to that extent, she is correct.
And certainly they
but
had
to pull
time
this off is not going to be a popular move by her.
Oh, no,
she
not
should
at
know
all.
that.
Yeah. But they certainly had time to fix the stadium for the last
Yes,
Super Bowl.
they did.
So I have to think that maybe she does have a point in that you're just ignoring this because you don't think anyone will say anything about it.
Right.
And here she is.
Why doesn't she sue the NFL for not letting her play in the Super Bowl? Hey, what's his name? That golfer got away with it.
I know.
What's his name?
Todd Martin, wasn't it?
No, I thought it was Casey something.
Casey Martin.
Casey Martin,
Who had the leg thing and he had to ride in a cart,
Right.
even though you couldn't play in a cart.
Yeah.
I guess judges have done
I mean, he basically got to play golf in a wheelchair, when you think about it.
Well, maybe she doesn't want to play. She just wants the stadium to be right with the world.
I'm trying to figure out why. I mean, there are elevators. We got those great big circular concrete spirals going all the way up to every level. I know I've seen people in wheelchairs at the games.
Yep.
There are X amount of seats and spaces to be made available, and I believe we covered this a couple of months ago that the stadium didn't come through with those improvements in time.
Well, I know we've taken out a lot of seats for wheelchair seating.
That is also a big controversy.
We're paying for it.
Right.
Every Chargers game, they don't...
Check this out.
We paid for wheelchair seats that apparently don't exist.
Well, she said the city is 9 months behind schedule on completing a host of disabled access modifications. In 2001, the city settled a lawsuit that was brought by her in 1997 by agreeing to more than $5 million in access upgrades, including those to seats and elevators. Now, do we need $5 million in improvements at our stadium?
Especially if the Spanos family wants us to tear it down and do something else.
But $5 million?
That's a hell of an accommodation right there.
But if they agreed to it...
Why?
Well, in 2001, they agreed to it, and if they agreed to it, why haven't they done it?
The upgrades are 98% complete.
Oh, well, then that should be no problem to fix them by...
Nah, she says that everything's screwed up.
No, you're doing it wrong.
She also says the NFL should follow the ticketing procedures the city agreed to in the settlement. And that agreement requires that more than 1,000 seats be held for sale to the disabled until 2 days before a stadium event. All right, now you're holding people hostage. That's...
Then why did they agree to it?
Probably because the city would look like jerks by being mean to people in wheelchairs.
Well, then they got to do it.
See, this is why you need to put me in charge of this kind of stuff.
Yeah, but the agreement was made.
Come to my house. We'll watch it at home. It's a better time.
No kidding.
She wants the city to hold 1,000 seats until 2 days before a stadium event, and that 60 seats be held throughout the event.
Only for people in wheelchairs, though, right?
I guess. In addition, the settlement calls for more than 100 free tickets for disabled people to all stadium events. Why don't you just ask for $1 jillion?
That's crazy. I don't care how you show up. I mean, what's to keep someone who is fully able-bodied from renting a wheelchair and going, can I have my free ticket?
Yeah.
Is that how you're going to get in?
It's an idea.
Well, if there are 1,000 seats on the day of the game, or 60, whatever, you take your chances. Spend $20 renting a wheelchair or something like that. Yeah. I don't want to go, but it's not out of the question.
It certainly could be abused that way. You're right.
Jim Steig, who is the NFL vice president in charge of the game, says that her action has already caused significant headaches at NFL headquarters. We're holding back tickets, he says. It impacts a whole slew of people. He said the league is developing contingency plans for 1,500 to 2,000 tickets, figuring out what to do if a judge were to decide against its ticketing policy and uphold this woman's arrangement with the city.
Well, the good thing about all of this is that she is keeping the NFL from keeping us from saying we're associated with the Super Bowl and we're your Super Bowl station.
That's a big problem.
He's got bigger things to worry about.
Mm-hmm. Good Lord.
How will it play out?
Whatever happened to majority rules? Whatever happened to too bad, so sad? See, you wouldn't want to be you.
I don't think that was ever really a law.
That's why you need me in charge.
Well, run for something.
I don't want to have to go and run for it. I just want to be appointed. Like Castro.
Right. You want to be the Godfather.
I oughta.
You want to be, people come to you with problems. Godfather, we have a problem.
You know, how much quicker, how much more efficient would this town and all other towns across the world run if a judge would just say, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya.
Mm-hmm. Get out of here, you're a big complainer.
Sorry for your troubles, but, you know, there's 70,000 people who want to see this game.
And why should you, seating for people who are disabled is fine, but why should you have a time restriction on when those tickets can be sold?
What's the deal with the free tickets?
And free? Come on. You tell me somebody who
well, who's the moron who approved of this in 2001?
A guy who was scared of looking like he was being mean to disabled people.
Why don't we go to him now and say, hey, you screwed this up for us. What do we do now?
What do you mean we still have 2
Einstein.
breaks for 8 o'clock? How does this happen to me?
Or some guy for the city who decided that he'll make this agreement and put the burden on the people who are holding the event. Because what the hell? It's not us. Make them hold the tickets. Yeah, NFL, they'll do it. Sure, whatever.
Or
you don't know crap.
That's very possible.
Could you imagine being these people who have to go to work and deal with this kind of nonsense every day?
Oh, good God, I would explode. I would.
How patient do these people have to be? I mean, they're obviously patient because they're working out deals. Instead of saying, get the hell out of my office, they're working out deals.
There is not enough Valium in the world. I could not
What a headache.
handle that. Oh.
I mean, hardly anybody but us gets to jingle into spots out of any problem there is, Dave.
I'll be right back. KGB.
Why would 15 women compete for the affections of one Abramowitz? They think he's got $50 million. But you know something they don't know. He's gay.
I'm not gay, damn it.
Bromo Millionaire. Coming soon to KGB TV.
We doing a Santa Ana today.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was awfully warm this morning when I went to work. It's KGB San Diego, the Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw radio show. Bon voyage to the Tarawa group. 4,000 brave men and women heading into harm's way as we speak.
Turn it up.
The Tarawa, of course, is the mighty ship that has been generous enough to welcome us twice to the flight deck to do our show. So we consider that kind of our home ship.
Yeah.
I was telling you that we got a tour from a sailor on the Stennis over the holiday week. And I told you about how small the living quarters are.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something else that I walked away with that was so cool. This guy was so proud of his ship. He was so proud of his ship. I don't know how many times that he stopped in the middle of the tour to point out that his ship was the coolest ship in the entire world. It's true.
Well, you see it. I can see it from the First Street Bridge.
Total number 74.
Oh, it's magnificent.
But he was so proud specifically of his ship and all the great accomplishments that the Stennis has done. Yeah. And I thought that was really cool. Because, over the holiday, there was this talk about, and all it was talk. It wasn't like, let's do it. It was just talk about bringing back the draft.
Oh, right.
And I think that the military of America is better off without the draft. Because you have people who are there because they want to be there.
Yeah, and compared to the last time we had a draft, yeah, you're right. I think it's much better off this way.
Well, I don't know how it was different from the last time or anything, but I mean, when there's a draft, you have people who are there because they want to be there, and also people who are there because they have to be there.
Right.
Yeah, this guy was incredible. He was so proud. Not that he shouldn't be. Mm-hmm. It's just it's something that I was very impressed by.
It's impressive to see it up close.
It's something that I took great observation of. He was so proud of his ship and all the men and women who work on it.
Yeah, he takes pride in his workplace.
Yes.
Neat. Wish I could relate.
So do I.
See all the stains out here? And
I know it.
I thought they'd cleaned the carpets.
Oh, you looked at the walls?
The walls.
Things drip here.
Well, whatever you do, don't go into the old 690 sports pit.
What?
Oh, my God.
Pressing.
There is a mark on the wall that I don't remember that being there before we left.
Uh-oh.
It's pretty horrifying
Maybe
looking.
somebody left their mark.
Fife!
Ooh, it's scary looking.
Hey,
Rule number 1, no writing on the walls.
who's on afternoons now on 690?
Well, in the morning, it's Tony Bruno. From 9 to noon, it's Jim Rome. From noon to 3, it is Loose Cannons.
The Cannons are on.
Yeah. And
Noon to
from
3?
7 to 3, it'll be Hacksaw. And then at night, I forget.
3 to 7. 3 to 7, you mean? You said 7 to 3.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
3 to 7, yeah.
3 to 7 Hacksaw, and then at night, I don't know.
Where are the Cannons?
The Cannons are here right now.
Really?
They'll be
So
here
they're
for
staying
another
on the
month.
air.
For another month, they're here. Last week, I heard the same thing. There was someone else in their time slot, and it made me very curious and very frightened.
I didn't
and
like
I became nervous. But neither did I, relative to the great Steve and Philly Belly, Steve. And they are here in the house today, and I believe they moved the transition to L.A. so that they can charge L.A. rates.
I don't understand.
They have to originate. What they're doing is they're combining Extra Sports 690 with Fox 1150 into one giant super sports station out of L.A.
Right.
Because they did a state. Because what they did was they realized, hey, we can charge L.A. rates, advertising rates in L.A. for the entire Southern California, but we can't justify those rates if most of the programming, Loose Cannons, Hacksaw, is whatever else, is down in San Diego.
So, here's why I have difficulty with that premise. Rush Limbaugh,
Right.
who is a Clear Channel employee,
Right.
originates from either New York City or Miami Beach.
Right.
When they run his show in Los Angeles, they charge Los Angeles rates.
Right.
When they run his show in Davenport, Iowa, they charge Davenport rates.
Right.
So there's no backing for that argument.
And the same thing goes with Dr. Laura and everyone else who's syndicated. I mean, we syndicate our show in Temecula, and we charge Temecula rates.
The difference
not
there
San
is
Diego
they're
rates.
trying to position that as a Los Angeles-based sports station, and they did a little poll, all the salespeople with the advertisers who say, even though the signal gets up here to L.A., we're not going to pay L.A. rates for a station that's originating from San Diego. So even if it's the same product, even if it's the exact same product on the air and it's out of San Diego, They have to take the train or move to L.A.
That's
and do the
nuts.
same
That is
show in L.A.
nuts.
to
Stupid.
justify Los Angeles. And if I was an ad agency, I would do the same thing. And so that's why our company said, all right, fellas, in order for us to charge these rates and justify them, you guys have to physically
Well, then
broadcast out of L.A.
I expect that ad agency to be paying New York City rates
Right.
for the Rush Limbaugh show, not Los Angeles
No
rates.
kidding. I mean, who didn't say that to him?
I don't know. This is stupid. If the show is good, the show is good, and you
Right.
charge what you can get.
And they couldn't get the L.A. rate if X Sports 690 originated in San Diego.
It meant that much to the ad agency to get the people up in L.A.
Yeah, millions and millions of dollars worth. Like double or triple or quadruple even.
Doesn't sound like
I know
that
the
was fought
exact
very
stat.
well.
That is not serving the
No.
customer, though.
It's serving the L.A. customer.
No, it's not, Chainsaw, because if they insist on that, they're going to end up with an inferior product by taking Steve and Billy off the air.
They're not taking them off the air. They're going to put them on a train at 8:30 in the morning, and they're going to go up and broadcast from noon to 3 up in Los Angeles and take the train home. They do not want to leave
I don't blame
San
them.
Diego.
That is stupid.
But yeah, what's the difference?
It's money. It's all about dollars.
But I don't get
You
it. We
get
have
what
the
But that is not
technology.
that's not serving the customer. That's serving the advertising
Right.
agency's mentality.
Which customer are you talking about? The San Diego customer or the L.A. customer?
I'm talking about people who listen to the radio.
Which ones? The L.A. or San Diego?
Anyone.
Well, there's a very distinct difference. If you're in Los Angeles, you're not going to embrace a San Diego originated
Gee, I don't know
station
why.
as
I
much
listen to
as-
Rush Limbaugh, and he comes from New York City.
Different animal.
Why?
Because it's a syndicated show. It's a different animal.
Well,
They are
not
positioning
syndicated,
themselves
is it?
as a local, especially when it comes to sports, where you are like an avid sports fan station, like your Lakers and your Dodgers and your Angels. You can't come out of San Diego saying that because, these San Diego guys down there. Much like you couldn't syndicate WFAN, the New York station, because they're talking about the Yankees and Giants. That wouldn't sell in L.A. Sports radio is, as they're positioning it up here, is a little bit of a hybrid combination of syndicated vis-a-vis Jim Rome, but also they're trying to establish an L.A. base. And I'm not advocating one position or the other. I'm just telling you what their strategy is as I understand it. I'm not arguing a point at all. I'm just explaining their strategies as I understand it. And to justify Los
You're sure?
Angeles
Because it seems like you
advertising
are. It seems like you are on that side. You're not?
No, not at all.
So you can listen to a San Diego show in Los Angeles and be okay with it?
Of course.
Okay.
But the only I'm not advocating, and I hope I'm not, like exposing any passion that lies anywhere. No, I don't have no hidden passion. I'm just explaining that, Steve, that the reason they're moving to L.A. is just to answer to the agencies who do not want to pay L.A. rates for a San Diego-based. We're not going to pay. That's what the agencies are saying. We're not going to pay quadruple the rates for a San Diego-based radio station.
What's the good of being Clear Channel if you can't tell them to F off? I mean, I don't.
If
I
you
don't,
tell them to F off, you're going to get a quarter of the revenue. It's all about revenue.
but
That's
I don't,
the only
I don't
reason they're
understand
doing
how
it.
they could not come back eventually when, I mean, how many sports stations are there in Southern California?
One to speak of. There's
So-
1150 and us, which are comboing up.
So we're the only game in town and we're giving in to what they want to pay?
In town. What town?
Well, in Southern California. I mean, they call it the
Doesn't
Southland.
matter. Doesn't matter if it's an
But radio's as big as your signal. Your town's as big as your
I'm
signal.
sure that argument has been made, but it didn't sell to the agencies, and that's all that matters because they're not going to pay it.
Sounds like it wasn't really a fought well fight.
Well, what I want to know
think
is
it
why
makes
now
sense.
is it all of a sudden an issue?
What do you mean?
Why is it now all of a sudden an issue?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, why didn't they think of this before?
Why weren't you bitching about it before?
And why didn't? Are you talking to me or
No, I'm talking to whoever.
Yeah, why did they set up shop here and go to all this elaborate expense? Yes, I mean, it occurred to them. First of all, the idea is that Extra Sports 690 did too good of a job here. Those guys, Costa and all the guys, and the Cannons and Hacksaw and Steven and Scott, or Billy Ray and Scott for that matter, in the morning.
How do you mean?
They all did too good a job. They made it so enticing that Clear Channel as a company said, wow, these guys made us a lot of money. We can make 3 times that much by commanding L.A. advertising rates if we move the whole operation up to L.A. And the only way we can justify it, having taken a poll of all the ad agencies, the only way they'll pay it is if it originates out of L.A.
But I know I've talked to Steve and Billy. They don't want to go. I hope I'm not talking out of turn, but I
Yeah.
don't think I am. They don't want to go to L.A.
Right.
Who
they don't.
would?
Right.
No.
Who would? So they're going to commute every day?
Jump on a train up in Oceanside and at the 8:30 train, and then be there and do all their prep, with their computers and laptops and such, and get there in time for their now noon to 3 show, as Rome will revert back to live 9 to noon.
Well, that's all I care about is that show stays on the air.
And it will. Different time slot. 1 hour will overlap and remain 12 to 1. But they used to be on 9 to 1, and now they'll be on noon to 3.
And they're staying on.
Yes.
It's done.
As of now, and things always change, but yes, that is the plan, and that's how it's been inked. But they're going to be broadcasting out of San Diego for another month because they're not ready for the move up there. Joe Totino just told me last break.
Okay. Joe
Totino
told us he wasn't going to be here today.
I know.
Joe Totino, they said I asked him, "What are you doing here? Get out of here!" And half his office is all packed up. He said, the LA people said they're not ready. Joe Totino is the executive producer of XTRA. You've heard him on updates and sports shows, and he's basically, he's the boss over there. He said that LA wasn't ready for the entire move yet. They want me to stay here to help handle the Super Bowl. So for the next month, Joe will be the point man for that LA station here for the Super Bowl, and then he'll be gone as well.
All right. Well, I'm glad for Steve and Billy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was the big dodge. That was the big question
What
mark.
about Costa?
Costa is doing just ancillary shows like Aztecs Preview, but he's not a full-timer right now. Herm Gapp.
The bullet there.
I'll tell you, you know me. I go wandering during commercial breaks, and the sports pit is empty.
I know.
It is. It's an odd.
Well, you're going to have to make friends with Happy Hair.
Oh, George Chamberlain, and that's going to take some work because George Happy Hair and I in a coffee clutch, forget about it. Mutual funds of New York. Hey, you guys, you want to come over?
All right. God-burning, flag-hating, crackpot news is coming up here.
Fire it up.
On the KGB. Did we do our 9 o'clock or anything?
We did not.
Bring it.
Slowing continues for North County drivers south 5 Poinsettia now down to about Birmingham. South 15 slows Fella Cita to Via Rancho Parkway, so it's getting a little bit better. Also bunched up around Camino del Norte. There's slowing North 805 left over approaching Balboa up to about the 52. Make your Saturdays work for you. Learn more and earn more. Go to Mesa College on Saturdays starting February 8th. Check out the radio listener links online at communitycollege.net. That's communitycollege.net, or call 619-388-6654. I'm Ruth 66 with Dave Shelley and Chainsaw 101.5 KGB.
This is the KGB. It's Dave Shelley and Chainsaw on the radio with you. Happy 2003. This is what happens when you go on vacation. You come back from a couple of weeks, and you're going to be playing catch-up for a couple of days.
Yep.
And this is what's going on with my email. I have just received the big Clear Channel memo. Did you get it?
Oh, no, I didn't.
The headline.
Yeah.
Clear Channel Entertainment purchases Christmas and Hanukkah.
Wow.
And will merge the holidays.
Oh.
Did you hear about this? Let me give you the details. In spite of recent statements regarding the end of a massive acquisition phase, Clear Channel Entertainment announced today at a press conference that they have acquired both Christmas and Hanukkah in a massive stock swap and will merge the two holidays. Details were not available at press time, but it is believed that the overhead cost of having 12 days of Christmas and 8 days of Hanukkah was becoming prohibitive.
Right.
Clear Channel executives felt that this new consolidation could result in significant cost savings and profit opportunities for the company and offer a substantial benefit to its worldwide customer base.
I've heard that before.
A Clear Channel press release stated, "The world will now be able to enjoy consistently high-quality service during the 15 days of Christmaka."
That is so close to reality.
Executives also stated the new combined holiday offered a bounty of new synergistic opportunities for both current and future clients of its sponsorship division. A spokesman stated, "Could it be any more obvious? There have to be enormous dollars available for the title sponsorship for Christmaka."
whoever wrote that and was kidding.
While not announced publicly, it is believed that a new Clear Channel initiative will allow Jews worldwide to use Santa Claus and his vast merchandising resources for buying and delivering their gifts via a special new Clear Channel Entertainment Ticketmaster website being constructed now. Industry insiders are rumbling that negotiations are already underway to also bring New Year's Eve into the Clear Channel fold, although Clear Channel spokesmen are issuing vigorous denials. They also denied any conversations regarding a possible acquisition of Kwanzaa.
Because, come on, that belongs to Trent Lott.
Asserting that it was necessary. He always said Mary Klanza. Asserting that it was necessary to maintain a competitive balance. The press conference was closed with Clear Channel Entertainment Chairman Brian Becker leading all present in a rousing rendition of Oy Vey, All Ye Faithful. That is the way it is, people.
True.
When you're trying to take over the world, you got to buy Christmas. Christmas. 15 days. Excellent.
Sweet.
Like it. All right. Let's get on the Sports Network. Here's the Chainsaw on the KGB. Good morning.
Well, good morning, and thank you very much, Dave Rickard, Shutty Dunn, Chris Boyer, Roos 66, and our precious Emily. Hello again, everybody in the sports world. You know, following our big discussion about Extra Sports 690 and why they're doing all that stuff and changing and moving and all that stuff, I guess the bottom line is by consolidating the two stations, the one up in L.A. and ours, 690, cutting payroll, reducing overhead, and quadrupling revenue, it's a good business deal. Unfortunately, guys like Mike Costa lose their jobs, Steve. That's the...
Well, we also lose a radio station.
Yes, right. Exactly.
I'm not in favor of that.
Oh, of course not. And now we've got a vacuum here in the building, which is amply filled by George Chamberlain and Happy Hair.
He was a great guy, Steve. Let me tell you something.
Really?
Watered the halls down during the break. And I got some great insight on sports with those guys.
What is with the unusual outbursts of noise,
Steve,
from that former All-Star and now stately gentleman, Happy
Steve,
Hair?
let me tell you something. Happy Hair is a legend in this town in
Really?
50s and 60s. Got a great guy, great disc jockey. But what he does is strategy for, making his vocal cords, clear so that he can speak, Steve. Is he'll walk
I noticed
around.
he does it off the air as opposed to you, who does it on the air.
What are you talking about, Steve?
Well, that frightening outburst of the IE thing. That it's very disturbing to the employees here.
No discreet. But one thing about Happy, he'll come right out of the blue. He'll be walking down the hallway, and all of a sudden, hi, how are you? And like Tourette's or something, Steve.
It's a hairball.
Scared the hell out of me.
That's what I'm talking about.
Extra Sports 690.
And there they go. Steve and Billy here in town for just a little while, and then they'll be in L.A., but it's going to be noon to 3, and Romy will be 9 to noon. Hacksaw, for some reason, gets grandfathered in and gets to
This
stay
is what
in
I don't
San
understand
Diego.
about the whole stupid deal.
I guess that's the exception, and the deal Clear Channel was able to cut because of Hacksaw's contract. He had I get to stay in San Diego no matter what, and the loose cannons were not protected in that way. So they were able to go up there and la-di-da. It's it's a very bizarre
Very
thing.
odd.
It's very odd, but the idea is, cut payroll, consolidate, and
Today's the day, right?
Get triple the revenue. To my knowledge, yes.
Yeah. All right.
So, hey, how about those football games yesterday? Cleveland had a 24-7 lead on
gave it
Pittsburgh,
up.
and Pittsburgh got it all back winning. Eventually, 36-33, and then the Niners were down 38-14, and I went and did errands.
No!
Well, I had to. I had to drop off the clothes. I had to return those Blockbuster videos. I got one of those from Blockbuster. That little recorded thing you get, that it's 8 days late and you owe $147.
Right.
I chickened and just dropped it in the drop-off and ran. I'll pay for it next time.
One of your kids will go in trying to rent a movie.
Yaya Sisterhood was on the mantle for 3 weeks. And what
Did
the
you
hell?
watch that?
Of course I did.
God, did that suck?
Yeah. I think that was when I went out to my buddy's 40th
Bunch of crazy
birthday.
old broads.
It was cute.
It was sucked.
Oh, I liked it.
It was sucky, not cute.
So by the time I get back from those errands, boom, my son Joe says, Dad, you're not going to believe it. The Niners just scored 2 touchdowns with a pair of 2-point conversions. It's now 38-30. So I was able to enjoy the last exhilarating quarter and watch the Niners win.
Who rented Yaya?
My wife did. I didn't. Are you kidding me? Forget about it.
I don't know about you. You rented chocolate.
I did not rent it.
No, you went to it.
I was dragged there. Hey, marriage is all about compromise. I mean, you hung out with... I mean, do you really want to be in a room full of chicks for, 5 days or whatever?
Barry Manilow I went to.
Well, of course you went to Barry Manilow, and that's fine.
So
but
whipped.
you know what? No, I think it's give and take. It's called compromise.
That's right.
Single people might call it whipped, but if you're in a marriage and you want a night out with the boys or whatever, you got to give one back.
That's right.
Quid pro quo.
No guy should have to watch that movie.
What, Yaya?
Well, fortunately, I dodged that bullet.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
Oh, no, of course not.
Oh, I watched it twice.
Why?
Beth wanted to see it, and then her family came over, and they wanted to see it, so I got to see Ashley Judd go insane twice.
At least fake a coma. Do something.
Oh, I slept pretty good through it.
Excellent. Beautiful. So anyway, we're down to the final 8 in the NFL, and that'll happen this weekend. I love this weekend because it's the Chuck Woolery 2-2. You get 2 playoff games meaningful, uninterrupted on Saturday, and the same thing on Sunday. Pittsburgh at Tennessee, Atlanta at Philadelphia on Saturday, then San Francisco at Tampa Bay, and the Jets at Oakland on Sunday. Oh, my. Hey, you know what? That college football championship last Friday night between Ohio State was just
killer.
Which is unbelievable. There were game-saving plays. There was a false ending, double overtime thriller, huge upset Ohio State pulling off the big upset against Miami. At one point, Miami appeared to have won, but a late flag gave Ohio State new life. And that false ending burned our buddy Brian Maine, the greatest stadium announcer in America, as named by me and Dave. Brian Maine is the PA announcer here in San Diego. He is such a good stadium PA announcer. Did you know he'll be at Cox Arena tonight for the Bobby Knight coach Texas Tech game against the Aztecs? He'll be at Sports Arena Tuesday night for the Gulls game. Back at Cox for the Aztecs USD game on Wednesday. Then Friday and Saturday night he'll be at the arena for the Gulls games. And then on Sunday, Brian Maine will be the PA guy.
Guy's Major League.
At USD for the USA-Japan World Cup soccer game. I mean, this guy is quite the schedule for the much-in-demand Brian Maine.
How'd he get burned?
Well, last Friday, when Miami appeared to have won, he was handed a note to that effect. And he announced to the Cox Arena crowd watching the Aztecs Loyola Marymount basketball game, Miami is your national champion. Moments later, correction.
Oh, no.
Ohio State is your national champion. My sources tell me one gambler who had bet big on Miami was at first overjoyed and then furious, wanting to strangle Brian Maine, but fortunately he suffered a fatal head explosion before he could get to Brian. So
is there any truth to the rumor
turned
that
out well.
Brian Maine then went on the PA and said, but we're all winners when it comes right down to it. There are no losers.
And there will be snacks for all the players after the game.
Did you know that in that false end, I don't know if you saw this, but there was a false ending to the game where Miami believed that they had won the game. And then there was a flag. It was very late.
Right.
And the flag allowed for Ohio State to regroup, get back on the field, and score the go-ahead touchdown.
Right.
When Miami thought they had won, one of their star players, and I don't know who it was, threw his helmet up in the air. Woo-hoo! And it came down crashing in pieces. And then the flag comes out, and this guy couldn't get his helmet back together in time to get back out in the play. It was really weird.
It was really wild.
But it was, I swear, the greatest college football game I've ever seen.
That's what they're saying. And certainly one of the greatest national championships. I mean, double overtime. Unbelievable.
Oh, wow.
Just awesome.
Anytime Florida loses, it's great.
Yes.
So our Brian Maine, a victim and consequent spreader of misinformation. So that's just a hard thing. Nope. This just handed to me.
Yeah.
Chris Boyer has been named world's greatest hero and lover by Time Magazine. Thank you. Thank you.
Really?
Very much for that. All right. Okay, the Gulls started out.
Hero. What do you like, the hero or the lover part?
I just can't believe it.
Anyway, the Gulls, they had a very hard start, very bad start. They were 8-10 for a while. They have won 12 in a row.
Solid.
The Gulls, they vaulted into second place with a 20-10 record now. Oh, sorry.
Another interruption?
Correction.
Oh, yeah? What?
Chris Boyer has been named Douchebag of the Year by the Santee Reader.
More like
Thank you. Yeah. believe that is correct. In other sports, David.
I believe you covered it all, Chainsaw, especially that part about the douchebag.
Yet we adore him and we love him and we embrace him whenever we
love
can.
him. Like the smell of our own farts.
9:30 and 12 seconds. This is your 101.5 KTV Sports Network.
Chainsaw Sports is brought to you by the American Lung Association. Give them a lift by donating your car, your truck, your van, or your entire respiratory system. Call 800-LUNG-USA. All right, it'll be God-burning, flag-hating, crackpot news next year on the KGB. First, here is Route 66 with our final look at traffic.
Thank you so much. Still slow North County coastline southbound 5 from Leucadia Boulevard down to about Manchester. Still a little bit slow where there's a wreck northbound 805 approaching the 8 and northbound 805 south of Mesa. Here's a reminder from Eco Imaging. Don't throw out your empty toner and ink cartridges. Help the environment. Get cash for your trash at Eco Imaging, offering you free pickup from your company or school. Call Eco Imaging for details, 888-874-8221. I'm Ruth 66 with Dave Shelley and Chainsaw, 101.5 KGB.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have finally arrived at crackpot news time. And here is Shelley Dunn.
Well, thank you very much. Merry Christmas.
Sorry?
Merry Christmas for Orthodox Christians
I don't get it.
who follow the Julian calendar.
David, you don't understand.
I thought Chris Boyer would be one of them, so I thought I'd wish you a happy Christmas Eve today.
Thank you. I'll be off tomorrow.
Thank God.
Julian calendar differs by 13 days from the Gregorian calendar that was adopted by the Roman Catholic Church in 1582. For those of you holdouts, Merry Christmas.
All right. It's good to know.
It is windy today. 79-mile-an-hour winds, snapped trees, toppled power lines, hampered the fight against Malibu brush fires early this morning. People had to be evacuated. 80,000 people without electricity in L.A., Orange, San Bernardino, and Riverside counties. The hot, dry Santa Anas began yesterday night. They're expected to rage through midday tomorrow. Trouble up in the Bay Area as well. More than 4,000 Marines and sailors are leaving San Diego this morning. They'll be gone for 6 months, headed for the Persian Gulf. The 16th Marine Expeditionary Unit is shipping out from the 32nd Street Naval Station. It's the USS Tarawa and the USS Rushmore, and the group's departure does coincide with a buildup of U.S. forces in the Gulf area in a possible preparation for war with Iraq, but a spokesman says, this is just a routine deployment. Meanwhile, Iraq's president used the occasion of Army Day to lash out at UN inspectors. He's accused them of acting as spies. Saddam Hussein also used his taped speech, aired on Iraqi TV, to appeal to a wider audience. Here's Abdel Bari Atwan, the editor of an English language paper published in England.
It seems he started to be irritated by their demands, especially when they asked for a list of his scientists. It seems, that we are, maybe in the verge of a crisis.
Wait to hear this guy. Here's
and also
gives
the authority to the president to deal with the resolution and the situation as he sees fit.
Here's Iraq's Foreign Minister, Naji Sabri. He told reporters Iraq will defend itself against what he calls the American administration's evil intentions.
We shall defend our land, our people against the evil mongers, the warmongers of
What's he saying?
the administration.
We are ready to
What'd you
fight.
even bother learning English
I
for?
don't even know.
Man, that was botched.
Evidently, he didn't. So what's going to happen to the price of gasoline if we go to war with Iraq? Well, some experts say the price will drop to $1.10 a gallon, or maybe go up to $5 a gallon, covering all the bases.
All right, the experts who get it wrong, I want them to quit.
I do too. They say it'll depend on how the war goes for the U.S.
You know what I'm most interested in? Is that Trisha from The Bachelor is now the Bachelorette.
I know.
And is going to be choosing from 25 little snitty guys.
I know.
But what about the Fox show tonight?
We're gonna
Joe
talk
Millionaire?
about that,
my
yeah.
God, this looks like a riot.
I know.
That is pretty funny.
I love that.
I know. Tricked all
It's
these
kinda
chicks.
cool.
These
It is
chicks
kinda
must be
cool.
so mad.
But before we talk about that excitement, know that Governor Davis will spell out his plans today. He wants to create 500,000
My
new
opponent
jobs.
is against the women's right to choose.
And,
Even when-
repair our alien economy over the next 4 years. Good luck with that.
My opponent has a nose, which I clearly don't.
Judge Bonnie DeManis will be sworn in today. She's our new head law person in the district now, our new DA. It'll be a private ceremony today, a public ceremony tomorrow at the County Administration Center.
In order to conserve California's precious clean air, I have had my nose mortared over so that I will no longer be sucking up California's precious air.
See, he's a giver.
As your governor, that's what I do. My opponent has a nose.
But you won the race. Bonnie DeManis is the first openly gay district attorney in the entire United States. And Mayor Dick Murphy will deliver his annual State of the City address tonight. He'll touch on challenges the city faced last year and important issues for the coming year. Meanwhile, the important story. A judge in Tucson, Arizona has temporarily prevented the police from releasing a potentially hilarious video of Diana Ross's drunk driving arrest last Monday.
She fell over and she couldn't do the alphabet.
She was laughing so hard.
Now, have you ever tried to do the thing where I want you to try this right now.
Okay.
Stand up.
All right.
Feet together.
Okay.
Feet together.
Right.
Hands down at your side.
Right.
Now, tilt your head way back. Way back.
Oh, my headphones are going to fall off. All right.
Wait, take your headphones off if you've got to.
All right.
Tilt your head way back. Way back. Farther. That's it. Now, do the whole nose thing. Can you even stand still?
Oh.
I've tried doing this thing sober and I fall over.
I know. Well,
and all she had to do was the alphabet. And didn't she sing ABC?
By the Jackson 5.
Whatever. Same label.
Yeah.
Well, they'll have a hearing a week from tomorrow to discuss a permanent injunction. She was pulled over last Monday morning in Tucson. The cops got a report of somebody driving the wrong way down a street, which is never good, especially if you're drunk. Diana pulled into a handicapped parking place in Blockbuster, where she denied she'd been drinking and told the cops she got lost on her way to rent a video. Yeah, that happens a lot. But she botched the field sobriety test, fell down laughing while trying to stand on one leg and count to 10, and then failed miserably writing the alphabet and the numbers 1 through 30.
How hammered was she?
Well, she will have 3 misdemeanor counts, including extreme DUI.
I never heard of such a thing.
That's because her blood alcohol level was 0.20.
Why'd they just call it
twice the legal
faced?
limit? Faced. She was faced. And remember, she'd just gone into rehab for her personal problems.
That's 2.5 faced. 0.8.
That is 2.5 faced, yeah. So the minimum penalty for that extreme drunkenness, 30 days jail time, $500 fine.
Yeah.
And then they want to put an ignition interlock device on her car for a year. That's a breathalyzer.
How about just taking away your damn car?
They should.
I think Diana Ross can afford a driver.
Probably.
Take away her damn car.
Why didn't she have someone take her to Blockbuster to begin with? How stupid are you?
Have one of the Pips take you. What would she sing with? I forget.
The Supremes.
Whatever.
And they all hate her now because she was such a bitch to them. Well, Matt Damon couldn't sit by while his best friend Ben Affleck makes wedding plans. Ever since Ben and J-Lo announced their plans for their doomed marriage, there's been talk that Matt is going to marry Odessa Whitmere, Ben's former assistant, and Matt has been incessantly nailing her. Now the rumor is that Matt and Ben plan a double wedding. Good luck getting that one through J-Lo. Shaq got married his girlfriend of 3 years, Shawnee Nielsen, December 26th in Beverly Hills. They are expecting their third child. Now, they already have 2. And Rachel Griffiths of 6 Feet Under got married on New Year's Eve to her artist boyfriend, Andrew Taylor, in her hometown of Melbourne, Australia. The reception featured a mural painted by this artist's husband, Andrew Taylor. It's called The Rites of Fertility, which is a celebration of the male member. Nice wedding backdrop. And Lisa Marie Presley is freaking out because she missed her last period.
Who's she been getting slammed?
Nicolas Cage.
Oh.
And if something doesn't happen soon, this is Nick's baby. Their marriage basically a bust from the start, and they put it out of its misery on November 26th. But according to the Star, Lisa told relatives, even though the marriage sucked, she and Nick were still humping right up to the very end.
And what, she's having some kind of press release about her menstruation cycle?
Somebody evidently has found out her cycle, and they published it in the Star.
Good grief.
And have you seen Demi Moore, pretty hot in a bikini on the set of Charlie's Angels 2? Turns out it was more the diet and exercise helping keep her 40-year-old body looking good as she approaches the menopause years. According to the New York Post, Demi Moore reportedly dropped $380,000 on plastic surgery.
Sure.
She got the tummy done, the buttocks done, the thighs, collagen for her lips, porcelain caps for her teeth, and an operation to downsize her breast implants. She also hired a nutritionist, a personal trainer, a yoga instructor, and a kickboxing coach, as if that mattered. Do you know the NSYNC guy, JC? Is it Chavez? Whatever it is. His single, Blowin' Me Up, is off the soundtrack of the new movie Drumline, which is about a black college marching band. The video for the track reflects the film's subject, and JC says it also scuffs it up. That's hip talk that the kids use today.
Scuffs it up?
Scuffs it up.
Word.
Word, yeah.
Hang on a second here. Let's see what the song sounds like. I bet it's crap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the whole Puff Daddy thing.
Saw you around the other day. Yeah. Shorty, she was all the way.
Word.
Looked like you were feeling me.
Tight.
So I had to come and see. Girlie wasn't trying to hate.
Money.
But she had to demonstrate.
In the house.
She was the queen to be.
In the house.
But she couldn't fight the chemistry. And I say,
Which one's
turned out great.
Chainsaw?
We shot in a junkyard in California where like all these old, actually,
people were living.
Sorry.
It turned out great. We shot in a junkyard in California where like all these old, actually Mad Max cars from the movies were piled on top of each other, and we ended up dressing it up with some neon and some other stuff. And
is this interesting?
Like this
No.
whole,
No.
What are we doing it for?
We were just sort of short of stuff
Trying
today.
to find if there's something we can rap.
Exactly.
Majorette kind of drummers and band drummers.
Damn what
but we
that
kind of
dork has to say. Buzz off.
Oh, shut up.
Let's talk Shania Twain. Her single, I'm Gonna Get You Good, and the title track, I'm Gonna Get You Good, peaked at number 34 on Billboard's pop chart.
I used to think Shania was okay, but I'm running a little bit out of patience on her too.
Well, wait till you hear her talk.
She gave a big interview talking about how she hates the limelight. Well, then you chose the wrong job.
And she has sex once a year, and she's crawling around like, give it to me now, give it to me now, video.
Right.
You know, she's on the cover of People magazine talking about how she hates the limelight. What is wrong with these people? You know, she lives in like this $25 million castle in Switzerland. I'm pretty sure that if you had to, I don't know, downsize to a one-bedroom in La Mesa, you'd change your tune about the limelight.
I like the limelight now.
If you're going to make the deal with the devil, don't complain about it.
Right.
God,
Well, let's
it's
hear her
just-
talk anyway. It'll be fun.
It's so annoying when these fabulously wealthy, super famous people bitch about their success.
But we like it here because it's fun to ridicule. Please
All
play.
right. Shania Twain, ladies and gentlemen.
Talking about her new record.
It is definitely about keeping it real. Lyrically, that's just
Keep it real.
It's definitely
I hate people who say keep it real.
What does that mean?
Keep it real. You're singing a 3-minute record.
She's a white girl singing country music.
It is definitely about keeping it real. Lyrically, that's just my approach.
Lyrically.
A boot.
Grand Old Opry in the house.
Word. It is definitely about keeping it real. Lyrically, that's just my approach. That's where I'm most comfortable.
Sure.
It comes naturally to me. I don't have to think too hard about it. They roll off my tongue. It's truly just my style, my natural style of writing. It is very conversational. It is exactly the way you would say it, which was very much the way the last two albums were written as well. And those were the biggest songs.
Crap all sounds alike.
Saying the way I would have spoken.
Oh, brother.
And yet,
I would have been much
2 million
happier just
copies.
hearing this shit. Shania, tell me about your personal style, lyrically speaking. How do you keep it? Okay.
That's lyrically speaking.
Man.
The new album, Shania, 2 million copies sold.
I love playing two-hand touch.
I need something cool.
Eating way too much. Watching my team win with the Twins. I love quarterbacks eating dirt, pom-poms and short skirts, fans who won't quit, and those Twins. And I love dancing. Here's the
Is that it? I mean, that's like 30 seconds of a bitchin' song. I wish they had a 3-minute.
That's it.
I know. Be
That's
nice.
it. They never once say the name of their product in there. Of course, like commercials during football are awesome.
Yeah. And so are the Twins.
Oh, the Twins are good. All the chicks in those commercials are good. Every one of
Of
them.
course they are.
Yep.
They know who they're selling to. Well, Joe Millionaire tonight on Fox. It's the new
This is
reality
awesome.
show where 20 gold-digging babes fly to France to be wooed by some hunk who they're told is going to inherit $50 million. Actually, he's a construction worker who pulls down $19,000 a year.
Slick.
Either this or the guy is really poor. Fox is using the Smoking Gun website to make it look like he really is a poor guy.
This is cute.
His name is Evan Marriott. He got a ticket back in September for blowing through a toll booth in Orange County. He was driving a 2001 Ford truck. Okay, you got to have money to pay for that. And he would have had to pay like $2.50, but decided to risk it. And so then he got caught and ended up paying a $104 fine.
Stupid.
He also is a part-time model. He's done photo shoots in New York and Paris, moved to Virginia Beach, from Virginia Beach to L.A. in '99 to pursue his modeling career. He's done better, I think.
Who's this?
The guy, the millionaire, Joe Millionaire.
He's very handsome.
He is a good-looking dude.
Evan.
He looks just as good in that tux as he does in the work
so
clothes.
good looking.
I know. But I love the promos and the way the women are just fawning of it. He's tall, dark, and handsome, and he's rich, too. Not that matters. But I love the fact that he's rich. I mean, tall, dark, and handsome. I mean, yeah.
Oh, I
So
can't
funny.
wait. Those chicks are going to be so mad.
Gonna be awesome.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I wish it were now.
You know what they're going to do next?
What?
And they aren't going to do it, but they're going to do it as soon as I say it. The next show will be this hot babe
Yeah.
who's got, who's like a nymphomaniac. All she likes to do is like blow guys.
Right.
And they'll get down to choosing one guy, and she'll turn out to be a guy.
Oh.
Would that be a great show?
Yes.
I
Fox is
would
writing
love to
Fox
see
executives writing it down now, Dave.
Last episode of the show, you see 20 guys running out of the house.
Like an Ace Ventura bath.
And then she has a back shot of her peeing standing up.
She's a tucker. What do you want to bet you'll see that show now?
Oh, I'm sure you're right.
Well, I just showed her the back door, girl.
I'm copywriting that show. I own that. I want at least $100 for it.
And that's exactly what you'll get.
Fine. $100.
There was the story of a guy who married a woman, and they lived together for like 6 months or a year. We did the story here on the show. It was part of the Crackpot News back, I think, in the old building. It was like James Uriost married some girl.
On the wedding night, he found out about it?
No, 6 months later.
Oh, geez.
That's right.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I remember that.
So we couldn't understand what took him so long to find out.
All right, we'll continue with the Crackpot News. Sorry, Ruth. Got more to go, honey.
Stop it. I didn't just do that now, people. Honest. Dave's doing
Hey,
it.
we know you've been on vacation. You've been sleeping
Oh, good old
Talking about
Sam.
Carol Channing over the vacation.
Were ya?
Who was it?
Yeah,
She's
come on.
busy.
In Las Vegas, there were 7 men doing me at one time.
Wow.
Ruth not impressed by the 7 men.
Oh, no, I am impressed. I would never yawn at that.
NSYNC and Siegfried and Roy.
Damn it.
All right, quick time out here on the KGB.
Mountain Grown Folgers Coffee. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
It's KGB, the Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw Radio Show. What else is going on in the news today,
Well, just
Shell?
a few quick items left. Friends may be headed to a theater near you. Late last month, NBC announced that Friends will return for a 10th season this fall. They're going to earn a meager $1 million per episode. The season will be shorter than the usual 24 episodes, and supposedly the deal also includes a movie version for which all 6 leads will bank $9 million, plus a percentage of the profits.
Jeez.
And there may be some nudity, but it won't be one of the girls.
Wait, wait, $9 million each?
Yep.
For the movie.
God.
And a take of the profits. And it will be Matt or Joey that will be getting naked.
Yeah, it'll be Joey. Joey showing his ass.
Sure, absolutely. In Montana, a guy who legally changed his name to Jackass is suing MTV because their show Jackass gave him a bad name. Mr. Ass, formerly known as Bob Kraft, would like at least $10 million in his lawsuit. And finally later this month, David Coverdale and White Snake to return to Metal Dominance on the Nice Package Tour. And that's really what it's called, Nice Package. They're going to be with the Scorpions and Dokken. Who can forget Dokken?
Dokken, I love Dokken.
Come on.
There will be a live album, possibly a companion DVD, meaning we'll be hearing a bit more from Whitesnake in this new millennium, but not as much as we might have, sadly. David Coverdale says he recently refused to let an unidentified breakfast fiber cereal use the Whitesnake classic, Here I Go Again, for their commercial. He says, quote, what are they trying to say? Here I go again to the toilet? How in God's name would I be able to sing that song in concert again? Sorry, no thank you. That's the latest from David Coverdale.
That's it, huh?
That's it.
All right. Once more, ladies and gentlemen, here's how Shania Twain writes her songs.
It is definitely about keeping it real. Lyrically, that's just my approach. That's where I'm most comfortable. It comes naturally to me. I don't have to think too hard about it. They roll off my tongue. It's truly just my style.
I'll use Shimp tomorrow. Sound a lot better.
What a brilliant question that interviewer posed. How do you write your songs? Everyone knows the most interesting thing about Shania Twain is she doesn't have sex.
No kidding.
Ask about that.
Right.
When's the last time, Shania, you got slammed? Slammed like
$6 omelet.
Oh, it's
Prices gone
2003. Prices. Yeah. Inflation.
All right, folks.
More San Diegans wake up with Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw than any other radio show. KGB.
Hello, I'm Little Kim Zuck. And even though it's now 2003, Chris Boyer's still a great big goody doobie doobie doo. Bag.
Thank you. Big thanks to the Thucker.
The what?
The Thucker, Little Kid Thuck. It's a nickname.
The Thuckster.
The Thuckhead.
Oh, nice.
If she ever grows up and becomes a mother.
Yeah. What would she be then, David?
A mom.
I thought Kim was a boy.
We don't know.
We don't know yet?
He's just kind of smooth.
Like
generic.
That. Yeah.
Smooth like Ken.
Just don't really know. Twice is not enough.
Oh, no.
Not when it's Miss Celine Dion, ladies and gentlemen.
This is going to kill us.
Today's show's been brought to you by 24-Hour Fitness, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Home Equity Mortgage. Thank you, friends. Appreciate the business. Celine, rock me, baby! You see this? You see her singing this to that grandfather that she married? You kept your motor clean! Shaking all 62 pounds.
Oh,
God.
that hurts my head.
You know, we never heard the end because we couldn't get to the end of it. You want to see if she's got like a big rock finish?
Yeah, well.
Can we skip ahead?
I think so, yeah.
I believe that's couldn't get to the end quick enough.
Right.
We'll see you on the radio tonight for the Encore show at 7 o'clock and back with you at 5 here on the good old 101 KGB. For Diane Ray and Mojo Nixon throughout the day here. Here.